actions at our officials or competitors will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from this event. Spectators are not allowed in the competitive area during warm-ups or while the contest is being conducted. We would like to thank you and welcome you to Lakewood Stadium, home of the 2019 Georgia Junior Bowl.
Sometimes I'm afraid to ask.
Is there someone on the other side of the field, of the press box?
Huh?
Is there someone on the other side of the press box? With another camera? They pumped the time up. What the fuck?
They kept doing that at the basketball game last night. I think they had some kids performing at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Get that crap, man. It's going to be out for 2 o'clock.
Yep. Fucking people.
Robert! Robert! Where's the drone at? I don't even see it.
First person to find it gets paid more. Oh, it's right there.
Okay. Maybe Francis just didn't think.
I think he doesn't want me wasting the
You can do
battery.
it. You can do it. Don't look up. You got to look down the whole way. You'll unmotivate yourself if you do. That's all guys. Wait till the end of the season, then make a run.
So are you watching the top?
Yeah. 10-0. I mean, those against score. No, it's in his ear. I can see it. Can you hear me?
Okay, you're fine. We're live on you right now. Let me know. You flying around where you at? Where's the rest now?
Right there.
Okay, you're fine. I'm using you as live footage right now on that strike. So yeah. So I really don't want to follow you. You just do the game. Do what you need to. When you start laying, but then don't get off. They're going to be doing player introductions at 1:50, Robert. So you can be there in the middle, giving us an overview. Be great.
Why don't I get an earpiece? Fuckheads.
Yeah, mine.
Welcome to Lakewood Stadium here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Here today for the Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior Bowl, presented by the Rising Seniors Foundation. 2019 represents the 10th annual edition of this game.
It's going to be a great day, Coach.
The two teams we're watching today, Team Commitment versus Team Dedication. Team Dedication will be in black. They're the designated home team. And then, of course, Team Commitment will be in white. We get to see a large number of the kids from all over the area. Some quick rules about the game. 15-minute quarters. You cannot rush points after or field goals. Blitzing on third downs only and in the red zone. In the red zone, that's a new one. That's not what I'm used to.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Onside kicks are allowed in the fourth quarter only. They're getting ready to introduce the players and coaches. Right now we're getting our sportsmanship, which is, very important.
Got our GHSA sportsmanship announcement.
Yes, sir. The two foundations that are sponsoring things today, the Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps resolve issues affecting our youth and education system. And the Rising Seniors Foundation also, preparing student athletes to dominate the fifth quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders more than just a game.
All right, Coach. So, like you said, we got the two teams right here. We got Team Commitment and Team Dedication. The head coach for Team Dedication is Coach Johnny White. He's been a head coach all over the state of Georgia. He's currently the head coach right now at Douglas County High School. And we talked to him before the game, and you asked him the question, do you know anything about the other team? He said, yeah, I know everything about the other team. I got 3 guys on the other team. Head coach for Team Commitment is Jason Cameron. Coach Cameron is the head football coach at Jenkins High School. I think Jenkins is down in the Savannah area. And so today we're getting ready to, kind of look at some of the top players in the state of Georgia that have been run through a program that has been, wildly, complimented all over social media by the former players. They have a thing called a Rising Seniors alumni, and everybody that says anything about this game can't say enough positive things about it. It's been a really big thing, for the last 10 years, and some notable players that have played this game. We saw Nick Chubb in one of the highlights of this, so we got some big-time prospects in this game right here, Coach.
Well, right now, just looking at things, there's 7 guys that are nationally ranked playing today, and as high as 85. And that guy is Terrence Ferguson from Peach County.
Yeah, Peach County plays a little bit of football down there, Coach.
They do. They've had a lot of success the last few years, watching them at the Dome in Mercedes.
Yes, they have. So
I'm excited. I'm looking forward. I had a chance to look at some of these guys' huddle reels last night, and just amazing. I mean, electrifying players. And I think this is going to be a day. We did a game yesterday where we're going to have the same sort of situation today where you see new guys come in and there's no drop-off.
Yeah, there won't be any drop-off.
But we're going to let you guys listen to player and coach introductions. We'll be right back.
Pat Reed. Line judge, Van Lowe. Side judge, Shay Jones. Field judge, Teron Johnson. Back judge, Marlon Wade. Also, Van Everett and John Kalinsky. These are officials for this evening's event.
introduce individual players. He wants to zoom in on the individual players that he introduces.
Okay.
We'll just stay wide until they go. Here where it starts to get stressful for him.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to announce the competitors for this evening. The 10th annual 2019 Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior Bowl is presented by the Rising Senior Foundation. We have a good one for you this afternoon. Team commitment will be battling team dedication. Number one, team commitment from Central Gwinnett, Deshaun Reynolds. He is a wide receiver. Number three, from Fannin County, quarterback, Luke Holloway. Number four, from Chris County, linebacker, Christopher Hall Jr. Number six, Jenkins High School, running back, DeMarzio Harris. Number seven, from Grayson, he's a safety, Jaron Clyde. Number eight, from McEachern, quarterback, Carlos Del Rio.
Yeah, you sucked at the end of
Number nine, from Douglas County, defensive end, Jonathan Jefferson. Number 10, Douglas County, safety, Kenai Walker. Number 11, from Mount Zion, wide receiver, Tariq Brink. Number 12, South Gwinnett, wide receiver, Corey Johnston. Number 13, South Gwinnett, linebacker, Dwayne Johnson. Number 14, Northeast Lincoln, wide receiver, Brandon Watkins. Number 15, Lovejoy High School, wide receiver, Quintarius Sandrick. Number 16, from Newton, cornerback, Nyland Green. Number 17, Westlake High School, wide receiver, Leo Blackburn Jr. Number 18, New Manchester, wide receiver, Horatio Fields. Number 19, South Gwinnett, defensive end, Elijah Johnson. Number 20, Westlake High School, running back, Damari Solomons. From Howard High School, safety, Jalen Clark. From Farrell High School, safety, DeAndre Morris. From Hancock Central High School, running back, Kevon Robinson. Number 24, from Mount Zion High School, Tenalis Tatum. Number 25, from Carver, Atlanta, cornerback, Tobias Fletcher. Number 27, from Newman High School, Reed Grass. Number 28, from McEachern, he's a linebacker, E.C. Debris. Number 29, from Harpersville Charter, defensive end, Xavier Carter. Number 5, from Baldwin High School, Javon Bullard. Number 30, from Westlake, defensive tackle, Tiberius McCornell. Number 31, from Veterans, he's a kicker, Donnell Gibbs. Number 38, from Chris County, defensive tackle, Cameron Moat. Number 44, from Ola High School, defensive tackle, Devon Lee. Number 47, from Chris County, defensive end, Nick Mercer. Number 48, from Warner Robins High School, linebacker, DeMarcus Robinson. Number 53, from Creekside High School, Raymond Rowe. From Everett County High School, outside tackle, Marlon Dean. Number 55, from Clark Central, outside tackle, Montavious Cunningham. Number 58, from Harpersville Charter, Christian Wingfield. Number 70, from East Coweta, outside tackle, Gage Pittsford. Number 71, from Creekside, outside tackle, Jordan Davis. Number 72, from Douglas County, outside guard, Damian B.B. Bailey. Number 78, from Creekside, Liddell Sinister. Number 90, from Creekside, Jalen Muhammad. Number 99, from Jenkins, he's a defensive tackle, Jaquez Williams. This is team commitment. Let's give it up for team commitment. Are y'all ready for team dedication? Make some noise. Number 1, from Douglas County High School, wide receiver, Justin Franklin. Number 3, from Grady High School, wide receiver, Nathaniel Wiggins. Number 4, from Cedar Grove High School, quarterback, Austin Smith. Number 5, from Griffin High School, running back, Jordan Favors. Number 6, from Central Macon, running back, Dalik Thomas. Number 7, from Douglas County High School, safety, Jalen Harris. Number 8, from McEachern High School, linebacker, Braylon Green II. Byron Green II. Number 9, from Oconee County, linebacker, Wes Weeks. Number 10, from Douglas County, defensive end, Joshua Robinson. Number 11, from Riverdale, wide receiver, DeWayne Burgess Jr. Number 12, from Grayson, wide receiver, Jamal Haynes. Number 13, from Jenkins High School, quarterback, Patrick Blake. Number 14, from Glen Academy High School, quarterback, Jaden Miller. 15, from Harpersville Charter High School, linebacker, Nick Hunter. From number 16, from New Manchester, wide receiver, Malik Lorette. Number 17 from Clark Central, wide receiver, Jarvis Mack. Number 19 from Windsor Forest High School, safety, Demario Blige. Number 20 from Woodward Academy, defensive end, Ozzie Hoffler. Number 21, also from Woodward Academy, safety, Alan Wright. Number 22, from Hillgrove, cornerback, Andrews Worthy. Number 23, from Ware County High School, linebacker, Michael Mincy. Number 24, from Woodward Academy, linebacker, Barrington Truesdale. Number 25, from Northeast Macon, wide receiver, DeMarcus Griffin. Number 26, from Ola High School, cornerback, Legend Doggett. Number 28, from South Paulding, defensive end, Clarence C.J. Nunley. Number 29, from Westover, cornerback, from Cameron Bergenrun. Number 31, from Cairo High School, kicker, Noah Jones. Number 33, from Park County, running back, Malachi Thomas. Number 34, from Douglas County, defensive tackle, Corinne Thomas. Number 43, from Warner Robins, linebacker, Ahmad Walker. Number 45, from Pelham High School, defensive end, Davion Rose. Number 51, from Ola High School, outside offensive guard, Nelson Kinsley.
Outside offensive guard.
Number 53, from Peach County, offensive guard, James Riddick. Number 55, from Riverdale High School, defensive tackle, Pierce Brown. Number 64, from Tri-Cities, offensive tackle, Darion Hall. Number 67, from Barrington High School, offensive tackle, London Cooper. Number 70, from Ola High School, outside tackle, Otis Coleman Jr. Number 74, from Peach County, outside tackle, Terrence, offensive tackle, Terrence Ferguson. Number 74. Number 75, from Newman High School, center, Adam Rush. Number 76, from Langston Hughes, offensive guard, Arias Dunn. Number 77, from Cedar Grove, defensive tackle, Demaris Jackson.
You play half or quarters?
Number 76, number 78, from Cedar Grove, offensive guard, Keon Watson. Number 83, from Etowah, Jacobs Putnam. Number 99, from Buckley County, defensive tackle, Willie Harris. Let's give it up for team dedication. I did forget one young man, number 80, for team commitment. Number 80, from East Hogwina, linebacker, Mr. Dylan Spurious. Now I would like to announce the coaches, the brains behind this operation. From Team Commitment, out of Jenkins High School, head coach, Mr. Jason Hammeround. Out of Lovejoy High School, Mr. Edgar Clarkson. Out of Southwest Macon, Mr. Joe Dupree Jr. Out of Jenkins High School, Mr. Vantrez Lyman. Out of Landmark Christian High School, Shelton Peters. Out of Gainesville High School, Mr. Taylor Bonilla. Out of Everett County High School, Mr. David Robinson. Out of Charles Drew High School, Mr. Stevens Robinson. Out of Jenkins High School, Mr. Dave Stewart. Out of Charles Drew High School, Mr. Myron Terry. These are the brains behind Team Commitment. Give it up for our Team Commitment coaches. Team dedication coaches. Out of Douglas County High School, head coach, Mr. Johnny White. Out of Arabian Mountain High School, Mr. Derek Collins. Out of Salem High School, Mr. Michael Johnson. Out of Jordan High School, Mr. Joseph Keegler. Out of Buckley County High School, Mr. Ryan McKenzie. Out of West Academy High School, Mr. Josh Moore. Out of Federal High School, Mr. Jahari Reeves. Out of Wheelan High School, Mr. Raymond Sparks. Out of Fayette County High School, Mr. Chip Sanford. Out of Langston Hughes High School, Mr. Daniel Boone Williams. These are the brains behind team dedication. Let's give it up for all our coaches. Will everyone please rise for our Will everyone please rise for our national anthem?
All right, welcome to Lakewood Stadium here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. If you're just now joining us, we just finished with team announcements, coach announcements, and the national anthem. We're excited here to be at the Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior Bowl presented by the Rising Seniors Foundation. This is the 10th annual edition of this game?
Can't wait to get it started, Coach. We've had this thing is broken down. Their schedule is, one of the most time-sensitive schedules. I mean, when they talk about something's going to be done at 2 o'clock and at 2:03 and at 2:07, they've got it broken down to the second. It's been really impressive to be a part of this and see how this operates. These guys put a lot of time into this to help out the student athletes in the state of Georgia. So, I'm ready to get started to see these great players play the game of football.
No doubt. Just a quick shout out to our sponsors. The title sponsor, Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps to resolve issues affecting our youth and education systems. I don't know about you, but Chick-fil-A has always been really good to me. I know when I was in Clayton County at Jonesboro High School.
It's been really good to us, too, at Community Christian School. It's been really nice.
There's no doubt about that. They really make an effort to reach out to the community. Also, our other sponsor, the Rising Seniors Foundation. I'll give you the breakdown on Rising Seniors Foundation right after captains.
That's right.
Looks like right now, captains for team dedication, number 4, Austin Smith, quarterback from Cedar Grove, 6'3", 200 pounds. Number 43, Ahmad Walker from Warner Robins, linebacker, 6 feet tall, 225. Number 1, Justin Franklin, wide receiver, Douglas County, 5'9", 165. And number 9, West Weeks, linebacker from Oconee County, 6'2", 190. For team commitment, number 7, Jabron Claude, safety from Grayson High School, 5'11", 181. Number 44, Devin Lee, defensive tackle, Ola High School, 6'3", 265. Is that number 70? Number 70, Gage Pitchford, East Coweta, 6'6", 285. That is a big youngin'.
6'6".
Trying to get that last number right there.
The referee's in the way.
Okay, and number 4, Christopher Paul Jr., linebacker from Crisp County, 6'1", 215. I'm really excited to see all these kids play.
Yes.
Looks like team dedication is going to defer to the second half, and where I'm from, you're going to elect to receive.
You don't want to kick off twice, Coach?
I've done it before.
Yes.
Actually been part of that.
It's not a great thing.
It's usually not a thing about confidence in your offense, though. Team commitment is going to elect to receive. I apologize for my rudeness. We initially came in, and we didn't even tell who we are. I'm Adam Collins, here with my partner, Coach Craig Chapman.
So you say.
We represent Score 58 Network, and we broadcast all over the state of Georgia, doing high school sports, not just football, but I will say football's my favorite. Coach Chapman, keys to the game.
Well, you got to get, there's been a limited amount of practice time, so how well can you mesh these guys? I mean, all great players, so from an offensive standpoint, you're going to look and see how, you can't do a whole lot, but what you got to do is you got to pare it down so that you do a few things good, because you're going to have elite defensive players on the other side of the field. So if there's some things you want to make sure you limit turnovers, and when you get a chance like this in the kicking game, you want to take advantage of it. Center quarterback exchange will be crucial. The weather, if it'll hold off for us, that'll be great, because right now we got about 70 degrees. The wind may be a factor a little bit, blowing pretty strong out to the open end of this stadium. But, when you look at it, the most important thing is taking care of the football, Coach, as it always is.
That center quarterback exchange I always worry about, as well as special teams.
I watched this young man kick during the warm-ups, and he can hammer it.
Noah Jones out of Cairo, teeing it up.
Syrup makers.
That's right. Looks like Demazio Harris back deep.
Good grief.
He's got company back there. That ball's going to be fielded at about the 3-yard line. Nice high kick. And he runs into the muck right there.
Going to be 1st and 10 right here at the 24-yard line for team commitment.
Well, we'll get to see what they've got. You know, we talked to the coaches before the game started. Both teams plan to run a spread. And, you know, you and I have discussed this many times. The spread is wonderful for attacking the 4-3 defense, which is what everybody's required to play.
Yeah, it was made to get after that because you got the open windows.
Del Rio at quarterback. Yeah, you started early. That's a no-no. But it's great to see all these kids. You know, I hear about a lot of these kids from all over. You know, there's kids from down in Savannah, and we just don't get down that way to watch ball very often. So I'm excited to watch some of these guys.
Should be able to see it pretty quick.
Del Rio in the gun. Looks like they're going to heat him up early. Quick throw out to the left side. Pass intended for number 11. That is Tariq Brett. Tariq from Mount Zion could not find the handle.
He had some work. He had some room to run right there.
He looks swift.
Mm-hmm.
I like his cleats too.
Yeah, you can always tell when guys think, you know, they got a little bit of swag on them. They don't care what their cleats look like, or they want you to know their cleats.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, 2nd and 15. Del Rio waits on the snap. There it is. He pulls it. A little zone read action coming off the left side.
Gain of about 6 right there for Del Rio.
Looked like tackled by Ahmad Walker. Number 43, Ahmad out of Warner Robins. Ahmad, a 6-foot, 225-pound linebacker.
3rd and 9 now. This is going to be interesting. You can blitz on 3rd down.
You can blitz on 3rd down and in the red zone. For those of you just now joining us, there's 15-minute quarters. No rushing allowed on point afters or field goals. And you can blitz on 3rd downs and in the red zone. And onside kicks are only allowed in the 4th quarter.
Single high. Now this is
doubles look. Whoa, false start.
We have flags. Goes against the offense. That ball will be marked back 5 yards.
I won't do it to you. I won't call his name. I know I hated that. I played offensive line, and that was the only time my name ever got called is when I committed a penalty. It's really, it's kind of sad.
Now it goes back to 3rd down and 14 right here for team commitment.
I've seen Mr. Del Rio's highlight film, so I know he can work magic. He drops, lets it fly out across the middle. A little bit of contact.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to call that. Pass intended for number 14, Brandon Watkins out of Northeast Macon.
Really nice protection right there. He had all day to throw the football.
Great job by the fat guys. And I say that affectionately. being a current and former fat guy. Here we go.
You know, Coach, I've watched both punters and pregame warm-ups. These guys can blast it. If you need any kind of confirmation of that, look how deep the returners are.
Daniel Gibbs back to punt. Justin Franklin, I think, is going to try to field this one. He takes the ball. Met immediately. Brought down by, I think that's Jabron Claude, safety out of Grayson. You know, that's really where most of the time these games lag is offensively.
Yes.
Simply because, you know, we talked to the coaches before the game started, and, you know, I haven't been an all-star coach a couple times myself. You usually get about 3 practices to try and figure everything out. And they had 2. That looks like Austin Smith at quarterback. And having a little trouble getting set up. team dedication timeout. That's their first of the half. While they've got a timeout, I'll talk about the Rising Seniors Foundation, preparing student athletes to dominate the fifth quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game. And I agree wholeheartedly.
Yes, sir, Coach. The thing about this is I've seen clips of it. Like last night they had Takeo Spikes talking with a group. I think his message was, don't let your PM dictate your AM. Don't let what you do at night dictate how you react in the morning. Pretty good stuff for young guys, especially guys that have got futures in college football and maybe beyond that to hear early on.
There's a snap, quick throw out to the left side. Looked like he pulled that one up off the carpet.
They're going to give it to him, though.
Pass called by number 19. I think that's Jamario Bridge on the reception. Austin Smith in the gun. Doubles.
2nd and 5 right here, Coach.
There's a snap. Give on the zone. Looked like he wanted to pull that one.
He did.
I think maybe he and the running back there.
Game tackle by that big defensive line of team commitment. It's going to be 3rd down. Let's call it.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now.
Back to the 29-yard line.
Got a slot out to the right side. I'm sorry, trips. I got to count receivers. Oh, bad snap.
Oh, look at this.
But he's going to make the most of it. He's going to get a first down. Great job by Austin Smith. Austin Smith from Cedar Grove. 6'3", 200-pound quarterback.
Gain of 7 right there and a first down. First down of the game, Coach.
The ball is spotted on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for team dedication.
All right. New set of downs. Doubles look.
It's impressive that they can get these guys to play in a no-huddle system.
Here comes motion. Jet coming around the edge. He's got some room.
Woo.
He's got some help. Man, great run right there by Justin Franklin of Douglas County. Brought down by Jabron Claude of Grayson.
Mr. Claude is busy early on.
Indeed, sir.
Gain of 14 and another first down for team dedication.
I tell you what, Mr. Franklin's got some wheels on him. Smith waits on the snap. Give. Nice big hole.
Yes. There was a huge hole.
Malachi Thomas on the carry. Brought down by number 4, Christopher Paul Jr. out of Crisp County.
Right now, everything that we were told pregame is kind of coming to pass.
We talked about who the big dogs were going to be, and it's coming true. Double stack look right here.
Going to check in with the sideline to get the play right here.
Mr. Smith right there waiting on the snap. There it is.
Quick
Turns
screen.
and fires out to his right side. Cannot find the handle.
Tried to run with it before he caught it.
Number 83, Jacob Putnam. Just could not hang on to that one. All right, line it up. Got trips out to the left side.
They got nobody covering this slot over here.
Empty. Again, I need to count all the receivers. Timeout right there. Team commitment wants to talk about it. So both left with 2. With 10:57 left in the first quarter, it's knotted up at 0. Today's game brought to you by the Chick-fil-A Foundation and the Rising Seniors Foundation. We're excited about this game. I've been really looking forward to this one.
You can see there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. We've seen trips, doubles, then we jumped into empty. And these guys aren't out here just messing around. They're trying to win, trying to, well, I guess you could say, highlight the talent that they have. If you look at it, there's lots of receivers on these rosters. Only 2 quarterbacks and there's 2 quarterbacks and 3 running backs.
Lined up in the gun. Smith waiting on the snap.
Motion to empty right here.
Drops. Getting pressure from the outside.
Shallow cross.
Yeah, they're going to call that hold.
Ooh.
Because that was sure enough a hold. Looked like number 47, Nick Mercer, out of Crisp County, trying to come around the edge right there.
He got tackled.
Well, I would say that the quarterback that I played with would much rather me tackle people.
That's right.
than turn them loose.
And since he's sitting right here next to you, he will agree with that statement.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Coach, I watched this young man punt warm-ups. This was the guy I told you he threw a pass with his foot. It looked like he threw a 55-yard bomb in pregame warm-ups.
Noah Jones back to punt for team dedication.
See if he can kill this thing inside the 10 right here.
Nice snap. Nice kick. Smart move to fair catch that one.
So it'll be 1st and 10 right here.
Fair call by Jabron Claude out of Grayson.
Mr. Claude does everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a safety at 5'11", 181. There's some really big kids playing in this game.
Yes, there are, Coach.
I'm trying to find. I was thinking about it earlier. One of the teams had a corner. Here he is, Nyland Green, the cornerback out of Newton. Kid's 6'3". That is a huge corner.
That guy's got some potential, Coach.
Del Rio in the gun. Doubles look. Quick fire out to the right side. Pass is low, though. I think he caught it.
He did.
That's one of those you might should drop, but it's hard to teach that.
Yeah.
When to drop a pass. That pass caught by Dejon Reynolds of Central Gwinnett. Dejon is 196 on the ESPN Junior 300 list. But that's not surprising. I will say we're one of the best states in the country for football.
And skill players.
Del Rio
wide
lets
open.
it fly. Wide open receiver. See the number on that receiver, Coach Chapman?
Number 11.
Tariq Brett out of Mount Zion. Brought down by number 7, Jalen Harris, safety out of Douglas County.
That was a 23-yard completion right there.
Well, sometimes quarterbacks just got to find a rhythm. Del Rio takes a snap, lets it fly out to the left.
Ooh, got some space there.
Yes, sir.
That's a nice tackle right there.
That's number 11, Tariq Brett. Okay, the last reception, I apologize. The last reception was Brandon Watkins out of Northeast Macon. Don't want to give receptions away. But we saw Mr. Brett lose the handle on one that he was going to run with earlier today. Trips out to the field. Del Rio takes a snap, surveying, lets it fly down the right side, has a receiver. That pass intended for Dejon Reynolds. I felt like he could have found another gear right there.
I think he may have had somebody on his hip. You get what I'm saying, Coach?
Well, yeah, somebody tugging.
Somebody got a little bit of that hand on the hip.
Coach, rubbing's racing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Coach, did you see who caught the swing pass?
out here,
Yes, sir.
that would have been Tariq Brett out of Mount Zion. Doubles. Del Rio takes a snap. Man, that's going to get blown dead. I don't see a flag. Well, there's one back there. Maybe it was delay.
Couldn't have been delay.
Are they calling substitution infraction?
12 people on defense.
Got 2 men on the field.
Well, I will say playing defense with 12 makes it easier.
5 yards.
Sometimes.
I don't think they did have too many people on the field.
They're trying to count.
They're having a discussion right
Team
now.
dedication seems rather upset about this. You know, officials are not infallible, though.
I didn't see that.
There we go. We're walking back.
I don't think the white hat was real happy about that.
No, that's one of those you don't want to have to deal with.
No, you don't.
They're going to wave that one off.
3rd down.
You know, I get it. I don't count real good myself. Back to action.
3rd and 4 right here.
Oh,
the blitz.
Here it comes, buddy. Del Rio lets it fly out to the right side.
Going to be
That's
just
Tariq,
short.
Tariq Brett going to be about 2 yards short of that first down. Brought down by a host of team dedication members.
Let's see what they do right here. They're gonna roll the dice on this.
Oh, you got to punt this ball. You got to punt this ball. Your D's playing good. You know, it's early.
I think they're going to go for it.
Coach Cameron I saw the do it again signal. Did you see that one?
I did. Either that or they're going to try to draw them off sides. Got 9 on the play clock. It's ticking down right here.
It's not a whole lot of time to draw somebody off. Here comes motion. And
Holy smokes.
my Lord. Number 43, Ahmad Walker,
Said hello.
about killed Carlos Del Rio just then. He picked him up and threw him. I've never seen somebody tackle somebody that way.
I have not.
That's impressive stuff. That got dollars to pesos. That guy's a wrestler. He got him a double leg, but you know, this is one of those things. You know, if he makes it, he's a riverboat gambler.
Yep.
If he doesn't, it was a bad decision. But you know, it's easy. You know, it's easy to be an armchair quarterback.
It is.
But this does set up team dedication in a great spot.
It just tells you he thinks his defense is pretty good.
Well, they come back out. Austin Smith lines up in the gun. Got doubles. A little option out to the right side. Looked like maybe they wanted to throw it. That carry by Byron Green. I'm sorry, that would have been Jalik Thomas. Okay, another correction, Jordan Favors. The 5 and the 6 look a lot alike to me, but the helmet gives it away. Jordan Favors out of Griffin.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Doubles look.
Jordan Favors
They're gonna-
motions out to empty.
Move to empty.
They don't have anybody covering this slot over here.
I think they're not worried about it because it's in the boundary. I think they're thinking the safety's going to pick it up or the linebacker can get there. That's my guess. The end went out with it.
Yes, he did.
That pass complete to number 11, Derwin Burgess. Derwin out of Riverdale. Did you see who made that tackle, Coach Chapman?
Looked like number 9 made the tackle to me, Coach.
Number 9, Jonathan Jefferson, defensive end out of Douglas County, who did go out to cover him. 6'4", 255, moves pretty good.
Who did they throw that ball to? What number?
11, Derwin Burgess Jr. Again, motion to empty. Lots of pressure off the edge right there.
Guess who it is?
And he's not going to get away. And it's our guy again, Jonathan Jefferson out of Douglas County. Man, like I said, that guy's coming with some fury.
Yes, he is.
And this is starting to make Coach Cameron's decision look pretty good. Although here comes a field goal attempt. And I've seen Noah Jones obliterate the ball. So
53 yards, Coach, into the wind.
53 yards into the wind. This will be impressive stuff. He hits this one. But, just for those of you at home, the defense cannot rush. Although I think it wise to put a man back. That's smart. There's the boot. And, oh, that was close.
Yes. What an effort.
He just missed. So, crisis averted right there. Coach Carson seems fired up.
He should be.
The defense coordinator for team commitment.
The defense did a great job. They went backwards.
And so turnover.
It helps when you got Mr. Jefferson over there running down swing passes and sacking the quarterback.
It does.
That guy ate up some space, man.
Well, when you've got a guy who's that size and can move.
Yes. So with 5:58 here left in the first quarter, team commitment takes over again at the 20-yard line. It's cool that they're going to give these guys a chance to shine. They with only 2 quarterbacks on the roster, 3 running backs, so everybody should get a chance to get some really good film out here in this game.
Well, and I don't think you're going to see a drop off in the talent level. That's what blows my mind. Because I don't care where you are, there's typically a significant drop off between your 1 and 2s.
Different set right here.
Sniffer back, Del Rio.
Power
off the left side. Ball carried by, is that 80? Damasio, number 6. Damasio Harris. Damasio out of Jenkins.
So bring up 2nd down and 9 right here. Going back to a true spread look right here.
They seem to be having some help with that. There's a snap. Drops. Fires.
Wide open.
Wide open receiver. Good Lord. Man, those guys got there in a hurry.
12 yards right there.
That pass caught by Quintavious Scandrett from Lovejoy. Quintavious, a 6'3", 185-pound receiver. But that's another first down. I think that the run defense up front, the front 7, are pretty stout against the run. I think the best bet is to go on the pass here. Oh, nice play. Dejon Reynolds fixing to cut loose on everybody. And who comes flying in? Ahmad Walker from Warner Robins. Right now he's my defensive player of the game for team dedication.
Not even close right now.
Because while he didn't wrap up and form tackle that guy, he did enough to knock him down and not let him get loose on everybody. Because when that joker gets loose, it's bad news.
Yes, it is. Right now the screen game is really backfiring on team commitment. Got single coverage up top, though. Let's see.
That's got to be where they're going. That's Brandon Watkins singled up right there. He goes.
Slant flare.
Trying to roll out there at Del Rio. They're going to call the hold.
Did they call it?
Yeah. But I'm guessing that's going to be interference because the ball was in the air.
It's got to be.
Pass intended again for number 14, Brandon Watkins. Looked like they got number 28, C.J. Nunley out of South Paulden for that one. I can see him trying to explain to his coach. He's like, no, I did him like this. I understand that one.
So it's still only going to be still be 2nd down and 5 right here.
But it puts you in a much better spot.
Yes, it does.
Same look. Del Rio swings it out to the back, and he's got all kinds of room. And that's Damasio Harris out of Jenkins. with a first down. And team commitment on the march.
Yes, they are right here, Coach. Nice little mix. Caught them right there, vacating the flat.
Got a little bit of help.
Yep. I mean, that's just the simplest thing you can do. But it's real easy to say how simple it is. If you've ever tried to throw that route right there and put it on the money like that, it's hard to do.
There's a snap. Del Rio pulls it. And who's there?
43 again.
Yeah, Ahmad Walker and his friends. But, it's so funny. You think about things that are easy to do. And, I was watching the Auburn game this year, and they're getting ready to score against Georgia. They're coming back. They're getting ready to score against Georgia. And the quarterback, Nix, throws it behind the running back. And, running backs, you got to put it on them. That's not so easy to do. And Mr. Del Rio is doing a great job. There's a snap. He drops.
Steps up.
Going to take off. And he can run.
He's going to get the first down.
He tiptoed down the sideline because Walker pulled up thinking he was going out, and he continued down the sideline.
Gain of 11 right there and a first down. And team commitment slowly but surely making their way towards the red zone, Coach, as we get up underneath 3 minutes here in the first quarter.
Well, when you're trying to do this, I will say all-star games where you can run the ball are far easier. But, again, the front seven for team dedication is so stout.
Yes. Well, both front sevens are stout, so.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of running. Here comes the heat. Give. And.
Is there a flag on that?
Well, it looked – maybe they started early because they were all there at the mesh point.
I didn't think you could blitz until third down.
Yeah, they did walk up, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Did you see what number carried that football, Coach?
I think they're discussing it. I'm looking right now. I believe that was number 6, Demazio Harris from Jenkins. And he was met by pretty much everybody.
So I guess they're going to do a do-over?
Mulligan.
And it is raining.
Del Rio waits on the snap. There it is. And it's a quick give again to Mr. Harris. He makes a little something out of nothing.
Harris picks up 2 and make it 2nd down and 8.
Brought down by the end over there on the left side. Having a tough time making out that number. You see that number, Coach Chapman?
If I remember from warm-ups, I'm pretty sure that's number 20.
Ozzie Hoffler out of Woodward.
Defensive end out of Woodward?
Yes, sir. Ozzie is 6'3", 210-pound defensive end. Ball on the ground.
Oh, look at this.
Now that is heads-up football.
Yes, it is.
That is heads-up football. Ball carried by Demazio Harris. He just scoops it up off the ground. Makes something out of nothing. He's brought down by Jalen Harris, safety out of Douglas County. And number 9, West Weeks, linebacker out of Oconee County. West, a 6'2", 190-pound linebacker. And he turned disaster into something positive.
Yes, he did.
Because a ball on the ground in the backfield is not a good thing.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 2 right here.
Trips out to the wide side of the field. Looks like you're singled up down here at the bottom.
Quarterback run right here. Here comes your 3rd down blitz.
And they get to him.
That was serious pressure right there.
They force it down. I mean, I'd like to say who caused the pressure there, but everybody. Everybody was there.
End of the quarter, foundation.
So we'll see what they're going to do right here. It's 4th down. This would be a long field goal. Doubles. Del Rio lines up. Here comes motion.
It's 4th down. Let's see.
Motions to trips.
See if they're going to take the timeout. Nope, they're calling a play. We got 8 on the play clock, though.
And there's a timeout. That's their second.
And with 28 seconds left here in the first quarter and no score, we'll take timeout right here on 4th down and 2 from the 28. What you got, Coach?
Our title sponsor, Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps resolve issues affecting our youth and education systems. All right, looks like we're coming back out from the timeout.
I think that pressure that we were looking for earlier, Coach, was from Nick Hunter from Hateville Charter.
Nick Hunter of Hateville Charter. Number 15.
Yes, sir.
Linebacker. 6'3", 175.
Looks like he might be playing some defensive end right here.
He is a tall, lean joker. Doubles look. There's a snap.
Speed option.
Del Rio loses the ball,
and
keeps the
picked
ball.
it back up and got the first down.
He scoops it up and is still able to get the first down.
4-yard gain for Del Rio right there.
Nicely done. You can see him get out. He loses the handle right there. And then he's brought down. Number 7 and number 8 both there. Jalen Harris and Byron Green both in on the play.
Trips right here to the left, Coach, on 1st and 10.
Dropping, getting lots of pressure right there. Gets it out to DeMazio Harris. And he's going to be tracked down quickly by number 9, West Weeks, the linebacker out of Oconee County. He covered some ground quick. Now, at the end of the quarter, let me tell you about the Rising Seniors Foundation. Their goal, preparing students to dominate the 5th quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders more than just a game. I really like that byline, that slogan, more than just a game.
And it is, Coach, and we see it every day. You know, if you teach somebody how to play football, that's just half of what you're supposed to do, you know, as a coach. And this Rising Seniors Foundation has taken it to the next level. They're educating young men, young student athletes in the state of Georgia on just about anything you can think of in regards to what their career will be, not just football, you know, as they say, you know, the next step in their life.
Well, because the reality is even as good as these kids out here are, most of them are going to go pro in something other than football.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, we always tell guys you got to have a plan. I'm not concerned with what you want to do, if you want to go to tech school or the military, or it's just have a plan.
We got the same quarterback in, or we got a new quarterback?
That is the same quarterback based on the helmet.
That last catch, Coach, I think was by number 20, Jamari Simmons. Wheel route up the sideline as a touchdown.
Oh, my word. Lots of pressure coming off the offensive left right there. Del Rio run out of bounds.
Gain 2.
Run out of bounds by number 10, Joshua Robinson, defensive end out of Douglas County at 6'4", 235. Third and long. This has been a really long drive for them.
It has. It's taken up quite a bit of time. We're pushing right now about 5 minutes. There's been a good mix, too.
You know, this is something you don't see very often in all-star games. It's usually big plays.
12 on the play clock.
They're getting ready to have to burn their third timeout.
5 on the play clock.
And they get it off in the nick of time. And, okay, are they going to call pass interference? That ball intended for DeMazio Harris. And he gets rocked by Byron Green the second, linebacker out of McEachern. 6'2", 227.
And how many times do you see number 99, the defensive tackle, have a pass breakup?
That was Byron Green that blasted him, was it not?
I think so.
We have a flag, but it has been waved.
Okay, but let me ask you this. You're a rules guy. He's trying to catch the ball. He gets hit before the ball gets to him.
I agree.
Are they going to say it was tipped?
That could be the point they're trying to make right there.
Daniel Gibbs, the kicker, out of Veterans High School. Daniel, a 5'8", 140-pound kicker.
He can also hammer it.
And he thumps that one.
And it is good.
That was 39-yard field goal.
39-yard field goal there for Gibbs. Puts team dedication up 3-0 with 14:11 to go in the second quarter.
And that's the big thing. A lot of times if you can just get on the board. If you can just get on the board, you break the seal and, things just start flowing from there. You just need some positive stuff to happen.
Well, the funny thing is, Coach, if you look at our stat sheet, you can just see after that stop, the defense for team dedication has been on the field a ton. I mean, they just played a bunch of plays right there. And, yeah, there was a pass interference penalty in there that kind of helped out a little bit. And then the redo of the down when they had the blitz on first down. But that was a long drive.
No doubt.
So, right now.
And team commitment did the one thing you got to get out of a long drive.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get points.
A wise old coach once told me any drive that ends with a kick is a good drive, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. As long as you don't turn it over, you've done your job.
All right, Daniel Gibbs lining up for the kick.
Offsides.
And it's going to be fielded about the 7-yard line. That looks like number 4. No, that's not 4. Okay, Justin Franklin, number 1 from Douglas County. The rain is not helping my vision any.
Well, I mean, it's not bad right now. It's that kind of
It's just enough to haze it up for me.
Yeah, it's that mist that's blowing in. They're not calling for anything really major until later on tonight.
Well, that's good news because you don't want to see the game get sloppy.
Nope.
Although it is on turf, so you got a better shot at things staying good.
And we have seen what playing in the pouring rain on grass will do this year about the last 3 weeks of our season.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Our stadium is, forever ruined because of it.
Is that a new quarterback? Motion. Uh-oh. Looked like there was supposed to be a jet right there. And, again, you're talking about mistiming of a snap. Quarterback, number 13, Patrick Blake out of Jenkins right there. Just didn't call for the snap in time. Either that or the center delayed too long.
Yep, and it's -4, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 14.
But if you're going to run that one well, that's a timing play, and that takes a long time. They go to empty.
Middle of the field's wide open.
Let it fly out to the left side. Number 12, Jamal Haynes, receiver out of Grayson, cannot find the handle on that one.
And if he catches that, he's got a long way to run, Coach.
But, that's the thing. The ball gets a little slick.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's kind of tough to handle. That and Mr. Blake, is trying to get that ball out of his hand. He's trying to fire it out there so he's got some room.
I want you to look at Elijah Johnson. That is what a defensive end looks like.
All right, Blake drops, a little screen action.
Uh-oh.
Complete. Oh, there he goes, man. He's got some room to run. Great job right there. Number 33, Malachi Thomas, running back out of Hart County. 6 foot, 180-pound running back on the reception right there. Brought down by number 18, Horatio Fields out of New Manchester.
What number was that on the reception? 33?
Yes, sir.
39 yards and a first down, Coach.
And just like that, team dedication is threatening. Nice call on the screen.
It was a great call.
And well developed.
Yes, it was.
Takes patience. There's a snap.
Inside give.
Give to Malachi right there.
Hello.
And he's met by number 13, Dwayne Johnson, linebacker out of South Gwinnett. 6'3", 220-pound linebacker. And just came in there and met him at the mesh point.
Who's in it running back right now, Coach?
Running back,
Yeah.
that's Malachi Thomas.
Okay.
Trying to run the jet again.
Ball's on the ground.
Again, trying to run the jet. And if that's mistimed, it, and looks like that Justin Franklin recovered it. I will say that there's a reason why when we run the jet, we're a team that will toss it up in the air.
Yes.
And it allows the guy to not slow down.
Yep. That's the truth right there.
And if it hits the ground, it's an incomplete pass.
Exactly.
There's a snap. Quarterback
Screen
drops.
again.
New quarterback. Oh, ball caught by Malachi Thomas, but for no gain. That was Austin Smith who threw that pass. Austin out of Cedar Grove. That's going to bring up
Fourth
and
down right
long.
here.
Kicker's coming out.
Yeah, he's going to kick. This is 55, 54. Maybe with the wind a little bit right
With
here.
the wind, I was just thinking. He was pretty close last time.
Yeah.
So why not give it a shot?
Well, if he misses it, you get it at the 20. So it's not like you get it right here at the –
Right. As long as it goes to the end zone. There's snap, hold. Kick is up, and
wow.
it's good. He hammered that.
That is good from 60, Coach.
Noah Jones out of Cairo High School.
Wow.
He hammered that one. So with 11:22 left in the half, it's not up at 3. A little bit about your sponsors. The Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps to resolve issues affecting our youth and education system.
Coach, so far we've got about what we expected,
A defensive battle
Yeah, it's going to be a defensive battle. You've had some big plays.
with some amazing kickers.
Yes, and, how many times have you seen a 55-yarder in a high school game, Coach?
It just doesn't happen.
The best one I've ever seen is 52. I saw a 52-yarder to win a game one time. But that one was 55 with plenty to spare.
Yeah, he hammered that ball. Noah Jones out to kick. There's the kick. Dejon Reynolds.
Might as well just start at the 20.
Yep.
He just kicked
I was
that.
about to say there's no chance that ball's going to be returned in high
No,
school.
definitely not.
And that's such a weapon.
Yeah, if you don't have to worry about that,
You don't have to worry about kickoff returns. Man, that is really nice.
that's the most horrifying play as a head coach.
Yes, kickoffs and punts are just like it's enough to make your beard go gray.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I looked at a picture of myself when I got there, and I have all my facial hair, and my hair is black, and now it's all gray and white, so
Yeah.
or gone.
I resemble the last remark.
All right,
Looks like we get a new quarterback right here.
it does indeed. That's number 3, Luke Holloway out of Fannin County.
All right.
Luke, a 6'1", 180-pound quarterback. Here comes motion. And there it is, the give on the jet. What we just discussed, the toss-up. That ball carried by number 11.
Is that number 11?
I'm sorry, man. Is that 11?
No.
Robinson. But anywho, he was brought down by Wes Weeks out of Oconee County, who's been really active. That linebacker crew for team dedication is something else. There's a snap. Drop, lets it fly out to the right.
Nice play right there.
Good play by the corner right there, number 28. Redeeming himself. C.J. Nunley, if you remember, he's the one that took the pass interference penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that he's still going after it.
Yes, he is. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 right here, Coach.
Looks like the transition on the defensive line right there, maybe bringing in some runners. Took the big dogs out. Holloway coming in from the sideline with the play. That was 11 on the carry.
Okay.
There's a snap. Holloway drops.
Hello.
He evades the first bit of pressure, but he cannot escape the second. That was number 80, Dylan Spilos. A linebacker, or is that 20?
It's not. It is not 20.
80?
Yeah, it looks like 80.
Dylan Spilos out of East Coweta, linebacker. I don't know why some of the numbers look so funky. Some of them are really clear, and others I'm just like, what does that say? I even wore my glasses today, Coach.
I know it.
Thanks to you. You stopped by my office and got them. That was really nice of you.
It's my job, man.
All right. Daniel Gibbs back to destroy the ball.
Goodness gracious.
And nice high punt.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Here he comes around the left side.
Somebody just got killed.
Nice return by number 3, Nathaniel Wiggins, wide receiver out of Grady. Nathaniel, a 6'2", 160-pound receiver. I mean, just big athletes.
Yes. These guys are gigantic.
Who ran him out right there, Coach?
Number 4.
Number 4. That would be Christopher Paul Jr., linebacker out of Crisp County.
And I just got a shot of him on our little monitor right here, and he looks like a linebacker.
6'1", 215, just got that look.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Blake back in at quarterback. There's a snap. Give on the jet. Trying to fight for what he can. Nice tough run by Justin Franklin, wide receiver out of Douglas County.
Gain of about 4 right there will bring up 2nd and 6.
Justin, a la the Mighty Mites out of Houston. Justin 5'9", 165. Do you remember that group of receivers they had where they were all about 5'8", 5'9", and they were just tremendous players?
Yes.
Blake in the gun. There's a snap. Give to Favors around the left side, but there is no room in the end.
That's rough,
Their first, number 48.
They went from 2nd and 6 to 3rd and 11.
DeMarcius Robinson, linebacker out of Warner Robins, 5'8", 190. All right. Getting that play in. Better hurry.
Down to 10.
Trips out to the right side. Going to move Mr. Favors. Better hurry.
It.
And they got him. That's going to be delay.
Timeout.
Oh, timeout. That's going to take them down to 1.
So now both teams with 1 timeout left with 8:18 here to go in the second quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I always like to save my timeouts. However,
sometimes you don't have a choice.
You know, you're already looking at 3rd and 11.
Yeah. You know, they've thrown the screen the last 2 times they had long yardage.
Yeah. The Chick-fil-A Foundation, our title sponsor for the day, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps resolve issues affecting our youth and education system. For those of you just joining us, we are here at the Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior Bowl presented by the Rising Seniors Foundation. This is the 10th annual game.
You better have your eye on number 9 right here. They've slid him down to the 3 technique on this side over here.
Whoa. And that's going
sides.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 6.
Yep.
That's a lot more manageable.
Like we talked about earlier with a limited amount of time, this has been a very clean first half.
Oh, indeed.
A very clean first half. You know, and I say that after they had penalties on or almost a penalty on back-to-back plays with the timeout use, but, you know, both teams in the no huddle. You know, this thing looks very well coordinated from right now, especially having to play in this, you know, mist that they're having to play in right now.
Blake in the gun, trips out to his right. He drops.
Comes the pressure.
Gets heat. And he's going down. The heat initially brought by Dylan Spilos, linebacker out of East Coweta, 6'3", 215. He's the first man there and then joined by his buddies. Mr. Blake just had nowhere to go because it looked like Spilos was just unblocked.
Yes.
They're going to line up to kick again. Okay, so this is a 57.
Well,
I mean, he had plenty of leg last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Snap, hold.
It was
and it's off to the left. There's plenty of leg. So, unfortunately, Noah Jones, his kick goes wide left. And it's going to leave it at 3-3 with 7:25 left in the game. Our presenting sponsor, the Rising Seniors Foundation, preparing student athletes to dominate the 5th quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to help create the next generation of leaders. More than just a game.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Luke Holloway's back in at quarterback for team commitment. Doubles look. Here comes motion. And Holloway pulls it right up the gut. Good job weaving through traffic right there.
Holloway for 8.
He's going to be brought down by look like number 7.
Yes.
Jalen Harris, the safety out of Douglas County.
2nd and 2 right here for team commitment.
Doubles look again. Holloway in the gun. Harris to his left.
Going to switch up the coverage right here, going to single high look.
There's a snap. Give to Harris off the right side.
Fumbled.
Ball's loose. Number 48. Sorry, 45. Davion Rhodes, I think, was in there. I know Ahmad Walker was in on that.
45 got the tackle and caused the fumble. Number 9 recovered the fumble.
Number 9, West Weeks, linebacker from Oconee County. Tell you what, we've seen some really good linebacker play today.
Yes. Mr. Weeks has been all over the place. And that was going to be a first down too, Coach. He had to gain a 3 yards before he dropped it.
You know, and that's the thing, man, is the one area, and I hate to do it to them, the one area that has the hardest time with this is the offensive line.
Yep.
Blake in the gun. Good gravy. They were on him fast. Looked like that ball was given to 43 Ahmad Walker.
It was.
Met by a host of team commitment, led by Nick Mercer, the defensive end out of Crisp County. Nick, a 6'3", 235-pound defensive end.
What number is Nick, Coach?
Number 47. Give right there to Ahmad Walker, who is just a battering ram, it seems. Just trying to, but it's nice to have a change up on offense sometimes to go from a guy who's shifty to a guy who's just going to run straight at or over the top of everybody. You know, and I watch them rotate offensive linemen, and that's so difficult because, in my opinion, having those guys gel as a group takes a long time.
Check out this formation, Coach. We got a wide diamond over here.
Diamond formation on the left. There's a snap. A ball thrown underneath Justin Franklin. Justin Franklin tells him, hey, man, get that ball up.
They had it, too. They only had two guys really out there playing that.
Well, you know, that's one of those deals where your kids go out there and they start looking and they're like, okay, they start counting.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not thinking about it.
And here we get another field goal try, Coach.
Noah Jones out of Cairo High School.
Now this one's a short one. This is only 51.
Out to show off his leg. Well, the last one missed wide left. I'm sure he's going to adjust for that now. There's a snap, hold. The kick is low. I think he got distracted on that one. And team commitment holds again. And so with 5:06 left in the first half, it's still knotted up at 3-3. The Rising Seniors Foundation, our presenting sponsor for the day, preparing student athletes to dominate the fifth quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game. I love that tagline.
Coach, I haven't seen it. That's 5 field goal attempts in the first half.
It's not something you see every day.
No, it is not.
Holloway in the gun. Here comes motion from left to right. Holloway lets it fly. Oh, that ball almost picked right there. I'm trying to see who broke that up.
Linebacker ran underneath it. I think he got a hand on it.
I think that was number 23, Michael Mincy out of Ware
you're
County.
Right.
6'1", 210-pound linebacker. I really love the fact that there's kids from all over places that I don't normally get to watch. You know, with us being Metro guys, we get to see a lot of the Metro teams, but we don't get to see much more than that.
I can tell you what, if you ever played against Ware County, you better pack a lunch. It's going to be an all-day job.
Holloway in the gun. Takes a snap, drops, looks off to his left, lets it fly, and
nicely defended.
Right there, having to go to defense. That pass intended for Tariq Brett, having to play defense right there instead. Who's that in coverage?
That number 21 or
21, Andrew Worthy out of Hillgrove.
No, it wasn't him. It was.
Well, you're killing me, Coach Chapman. Was it 3 over there?
No, it was 20-something.
28, right here, the safety on this side.
I think it was 21, Alan Wright, safety from Woodward. That looks like a Woodward helmet, doesn't it?
You're right. Alan Wright, sorry. That was great coverage. Holloway rolls to his left. looking to get rid of the ball, lets it fly across the middle of the field. Had a receiver, nicely defended by number 1, Justin Franklin. Apparently, Mr. Franklin can do more than just play offense.
I think so.
Back deep for team dedication, Justin Franklin and number 3, Nathaniel Wiggins. Justin out of Douglas County, Nathaniel out of Grady. Back for team commitment to destroy the football, Daniel Gibbs from Veterans High School. These guys can really kick.
Yes, they can.
Oh, no.
No, and that's a safety.
And where points are at a premium, right over his head. And this is why I don't understand why people don't use scholarships for deep snappers.
Yep.
You know, that's one of the things I've never understood because I've had some pretty good deep snappers in my time. And I don't understand why people don't scholarship them. It's so important.
So at 4:41, we have the unusual score of 5-3. And this weird orange ball is starting to make an appearance here. I think it's called the sun.
Well, that's kind of nice.
So,
although it would be nice for it to turn into a prettier day here at Lakewood Stadium here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, at this Chick-fil-A Foundation Junior Bowl presented by the Rising Senior Foundation, this 10th annual Junior Bowl.
Coach, we've done games where the weather's been a lot worse than this.
Yeah, indeed. And I thoroughly enjoy being inside when it's raining.
All right, so we're going to punt this. Coach Langford will be upset.
Daniel Gibbs out to kick. It's going to be fielded by number 1, Justin Franklin, and he's got a little room.
Nicely done.
Yeah, blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Number 7, the first man there, Jerron Claude, safety out of Grayson.
He's all over the field, Coach. And number 25 came in and helped clean that up at the end.
You know, today the safeties, you know, carries even more weight, you know, being the double whammy with the points and getting the ball back.
Yep.
Because points are at such a premium and there's only 4:26 left in the half.
Yes, sir, Coach.
And team dedication gets the ball to start the second half.
Certainly do.
Patrick Blake out of Jenkins at quarterback right now. Takes a snap, a little speed option to the left side, cuts it up, gets what he can get.
You'll give him about 4 on that.
Looks like number 80, Spilos, is there first. Spilos, a linebacker out of East Coweta. There's a snap.
Same play.
Option out to the left. And that ball carried by number 33. Man, it just cleared up Malachi Thomas. It made the jerseys a lot easier to read, didn't it?
Sure did.
Cameron Moat, a defensive tackle out of Crisp County at 6'1", 252 out there on the tackle. That's a hustle play right there, buddy. That's a guy working down the line.
What number is Cameron, Coach?
38.
38.
He was scooting. He came from the far side.
Here comes the blitz.
And a little zone read.
Going to be about a yard short.
Spilos in there first. Got an assist by 88. Is that no 28? Sorry, number 28, S.A. Debris, a linebacker out of McEachern at 6'2", 223.
Look at that guy standing at Mike.
Yeah, that's who was in on tackle.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying, Coach. When you said his name, I looked in. I said, "Man, look at that guy."
Yeah, he's got linebacker written all over him, doesn't he?
Sure does.
That's the last time out right there for team dedication, with 2:58 left. Let me tell you about our title sponsor, the Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, passion, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps resolve issues affecting our youth and education system. Love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A, Coach.
They are partners to the community without a doubt. When I was at Morrow High School and we did not have a dime, they fed us every game.
We are about to get superpower. Last time out
by team commitment right there. Yeah, I would definitely want to talk about things. Just looking at that.
That was an interesting formation.
I'm thinking that's going to be wedge of some sort.
All kind of wedge. You'll have 11 people within 4 yards of the ball.
Our presenting sponsor, Rising Seniors Foundation, preparing student athletes to dominate the fifth quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game.
Coach, I'm going to ask you a question. You see that formation right there, you call a timeout, you go in there, and what's the first thing you tell your defense?
Oh, submarine.
Here it comes. How did Clemson win the game last night? Well, they faked the quarterback counter and threw it. What if you did the jump pass right here?
It would be there.
I mean, there's nobody in the middle of the field.
There's a snap. And they got all kinds of room right there. That might be a regular play in my staple if I was them. That ball toted by Malachi Thomas of Hart County.
For 6 yards.
Malachi, 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. And here they go. There it is again. And there goes Thomas. They do a better job getting around the edges right there.
Pick up the 2 that time.
So the carry by Thomas looked like he brought down by number 44 and 48. 44, Devin Lee, defensive tackle out Ola at 6'3", 265. And for number 48, DeMarcus Robinson, linebacker out of Warner Robins at 5'8", 190. 190, that's big at 5'8".
Yes, it is.
Blake back at quarterback. Looks like second and about 8. There's a snap. Oh, instant pressure. Instant pressure. Bobbles it. Is able to bring it down. Trying to get the edge.
Pressure was put on by number 9 right there, Coach.
What number is that receiver?
Is that 25?
25. DeMarcus Griffin. Wide receiver out of Northeast Macon at 5'10", 170.
Gained a 2 on that.
Oh, and there's 5 more. It's all right, big dog. Sometimes it happens. Big number 44, Devin Lee, accidentally gets started early. Coach Cameron told me he's been a real leader, and there he goes. He's getting in his push-ups for starting early.
Now, nobody's got any timeouts up, Coach, and the clock's running at 1:25 right here.
Well, I mean, I think if you're team dedication, you're thinking, okay, if I don't get a first down, I won't waste time anyway.
Yeah.
There's a snap. Quarterback keeps it. Blake around the left side. And it's a 10-car pileup right there.
Blake for 7 and a first down.
Looked like Spelos came off the bottom of that pile.
Spelos is having himself a nice half. 4 tackles and a sack.
1st and 10 for team dedication. Blake, zone read. I think the ball kind of bounced because there's a lot of people yelling.
There's a very audible thing about ball.
Yeah. That ball carried.
Is that number 6?
Jalik Thomas out of Central Macon.
Looked like number 28 on the tackle, Coach.
Number 28, S.A. Debris. My word.
It's our boy from East Coweta again.
That was Favors on the carry, and Spelos just not having it. Well, the thing is unless they lose 20 more yards, Noah Jones is going to come out and kick a field goal. So
Well, the clock's running, and they got no way to stop it, Coach.
I would spike the ball right now.
There's the
Blake.
screen. Oh, he dropped it. Best thing that could have happened, probably.
Yeah. Yep. Pass intended for Favors. That was debris out there in coverage.
All right, so
And Jones is going to come out to kick this one into the woods.
this will be the 5th field goal attempt of the first half, Coach.
I thought this was the 6th.
This is the 6th in the game, his 5th field goal attempt in the first half.
That's crazy.
Makes this, we're going to have that very normal score of 8-3.
Yeah, that's really common. There's a snap. Hold. The kick is up. And it's good all day. He even took a little something off that one. I think he just kind of punched that one. So right now, Noah Jones with 6 of the 8 points for team dedication.
Yes. So he's made field goals from 55 and 40.
Just barely missed 2 others.
And so we've got 9 seconds left to go here in the first half. Coach,
Well, and if you're team commitment, you got to go 80 yards with this because you know Noah Jones fixed to put it in the end zone.
that's right.
And again, that's a beautiful thing if you're a coach to not have to worry about it. That is such a blessing. You know, it provides, a moment of sanity.
But this is what we kind of expected, Coach, with all these, defensive athletes out here, that it was going to be a hard time for the offense to get anything going.
Well, defense, and I don't mean this as an insult to anybody defensively, but a defense, you can throw runners and hitters out there and have them play together.
Yes, you can.
And there's the Jones kick, and it's going to drive them about
Well, they're going to let you return this.
8 yards deep in the end zone.
Well,
And they're bringing it out. And
that is the end of the first half, Coach.
that's interesting. I think that was number 20, Jamari Sermons out of Westlake High School.
Mr. Sermons introduced himself. I mean, literally introduced himself.
As the sun came out and dried up all the rain. Something about an itsy bitsy spider happening right now.
Yeah. So we're at half, Coach. It's 8-3. That's team dedication over team commitment. Team dedication gets the ball to start the second half. Thoughts on the first half?
Defensive battle. I think we're going to see things open up a little bit in the passing game once they get the chance to go in there and talk about stuff. Because now as a coach, you've gotten to see the other team's defense and go, okay, we need to single out this guy. We need to make sure this cat is blocked. We need to jack with this guy.
Well, there's been some things on the edge on the screen game that have been really, really close to popping on the quick screens and the bubble screens. Looks like the middle of the field may be the place to attack.
I think so. But with the score 8-3, team dedication over team commitment, we're at halftime. We're going to take a quick break. Again, this is Adam Collins and Craig Chapman from the Score 58 Network. We'll be right back. Welcome to Lakewood Stadium here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Coming in for the second half of the Chick-fil-A Foundation Junior Bowl presented by the Rising Seniors Foundation. 2019 represents the 10th annual edition of this game. Coach Chapman.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm great.
This is Adam Collins and Craig Chapman here from Score 58 Network.
Very interesting first half, wouldn't you say, Coach?
I would indeed, sir.
It's not you don't normally have a score of 8-3 in a football game.
It's not something you see every day. You know, we've got some really good kids in this game. One of the kids we didn't mention a whole lot that is Reed Brass out of Noonan, deep snapper. He's ranked number 23 in the nation.
That's pretty good.
4.5-star long snapper. We've seen some really good kids. Right now, if you had to talk about players of the game defensively, who would you be talking about, Coach Chapman?
I would talk about the young man from East Coweta. You have his name. It's
Spilos.
He had a heck of a second quarter with a sack and 5 tackles. And then we had number 43,
Ahmad Walker.
Ahmad Walker, also just, a dominant, first quarter there where he was in on just about every play. And, then on offense, we haven't really had anybody bust out yet. But, we talked about it at halftime. I'm not going to lie to you. This is one of the first times I've watched the game and been just completely blown away by the kickers.
Noah Jones with 6 to 8 points for team dedication. I guess if you're talking about putting up points, he'd have to be the guy right now.
And they've, I think there was that one series where they ran the ball to try to set up the field goal when it was raining right there.
Yeah.
So team dedication is going to get the ball to start the second half. I would look, like you said before when we got to halftime, Coach, now everybody's gotten their feet wet, so to speak. They've had a half to play. We've got 30 minutes left. Now we should see what adjustments were made. And like we talked about, middle of the field would be where I'm going with the football.
Looks like Jamal Haynes and Justin Franklin back deep for team dedication. Daniel Gibbs lining up for the kick. Daniel out of Veterans High School. And there's a deep kick going to be driven to about the 4-yard line. A little reverse action.
And it fooled
that
nobody.
Didn't work out. That did not work out at all. Met by a host of team commitment players. Mr. Spilos in on that, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like it.
Yeah, there's that purple helmet.
Also looks like, is that number 29 maybe?
Number 29, that'd be Xavier Carter out of Hapeville Charter, 6'7", 200-pound defensive end.
Okay.
That is a tall drink of water, sir.
Dude, if you're 6'7", you're tall.
Yeah, that's a huge defensive end. All right, looks like they've got Blake back in.
Yep.
At quarterback. Patrick Blake, quick throw out to his right side.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. And there he goes. That's number 12, Jamal Haynes from Grayson. Who was that tracked him down? Number 4, Christopher Paul out of Crisp County.
Wow, the linebacker just tracked that guy
Christopher
down.
Paul, 6'1", 215. Watch this right here. We got the replay right in front of us. He took an angle.
Yeah, and then just
did get him. Nice job. Big hustle play right there. Blake throws it out to Justin Franklin on the left side, and there he goes. Good gravy. He just got leveled by number 10. That looked like Kari Walker right there from his safety spot.
What number is Walker, Coach?
Number 10. Yeah, safety out of Douglas County at 6'2", 188. Blake takes a snap, lets it fly out of the right side. It's number 25 on the reception. That's DeMarcus Griffin out of Northeast Macon. Brought down. Let's see.
Wow.
Trying to get a number right here.
We talked about hitting the middle of the field. They've come out with the screens. But we did say something about there was a lot in the screen game.
A little give up the gut right there. If I'm not mistaken, that's Malachi Thomas on the carry.
Yes, sir.
He runs into the teeth of the monster there.
Got 3 right there. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 right here.
Looked like number 8. That couldn't have been number 8.
Number 9.
Number 9, there you go. Jonathan Jefferson getting up off the bottom of that pile. Give on the jet around the left side. Running tough.
Number 11.
Number 11 on the carry right there. Derwin Burgess out of Riverdale. Derwin, a 5'11", 177-pound receiver, brought down by Dwayne Johnson. Number 13, linebacker out of South Gwinnett at 6'3", 220. It's going to be a timeout right there to give us a chance to talk about our title sponsor, the Chick-fil-A Foundation. Created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with the opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps resolve issues affecting our youth and education today. The Rising Seniors Foundation, our presenting sponsor, preparing student athletes to dominate the 5th quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game. Back to actions.
Got a little wide stack right here, Coach.
So it seems.
They changed quarterbacks?
They did. Uh-oh, ball's on the ground. That's one of the problems with changing quarterbacks.
It was a fumble on the snap.
That looked like number 6, Jalik Thomas, a running back. Little confusion about whose ball it is.
It's going to be second.
They're going to say team dedication kept possession.
Yeah, number 38 came out with it, but I think he took it away.
Well, it's the Wild West in the pile.
Yes, it is.
It will be second down. They lost a few yards on that play.
Patrick Blake in the gun. Double set. A little check with me action. They adjust, and there's a snap.
Inside
Give right there. Nice, tough run by Malachi Thomas out of Hart County.
Second down.
Did you see who made that play, Coach?
Yes, sir. No, I did not. I think it was number 4, Coach.
Number 4, Christopher Paul Jr., linebacker out of Crisp County. That would make a lot of sense.
Now it's 3rd down and 8 right here. Empty set.
There's a snap.
Screen
little
back.
throw back to the left side.
Nice
play. Ball caught by Justin Franklin, wide receiver out of Douglas. Brought down.
Number 5 right there, Coach.
Number 5. I wish he would pull his jersey down. Number 5, Javon Bullard out of Baldwin. Cornerback at 5'11", 165. And it's going to bring out Noah Jones out of Cairo.
The point scorer. And again, this is his 6th field goal attempt.
And so what are we looking at?
43.
43 yards.
Which means the high pot is in definite trouble right there.
Yes. In the danger zone. Snap, hold, the kick is up, and it looks wide right. But no, my perception is wrong. It is right down the gut right there.
Brought that thing back. Wow. So 9 of 11 now, Coach.
9 of the 11 points for team dedication.
Interesting.
Very
interesting.
If you're just now joining us, again, I'm Adam Collins with my partner Craig Chapman for Score 58 Network. Enjoying this Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior Bowl game presented by the Rising Seniors Foundation here at Lakewood Stadium.
And the Chick-fil-A Foundation, Coach.
It's the Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior.
I know. I'm just trying to add something in.
I do like Chick-fil-A. You can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. I'm going to go ahead and call that unless they decide to run this out from 8 yards deep.
Yeah, Noah Jones is fixing to kick this one to the uprights again. Nice high kick. Going to be fielded about 5 yards deep. Brought out. Coming around the right side. Had a chance. I got his head ripped off.
Wow.
Nice play right there. Returned by number 5, Javon Bullard. Brought down by number 23, Michael Mincy, linebacker out of Ware County.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mincy came with some ill intentions right there. So to bring up 1st and 10 at the 17 right here with 10:57 to go in the second half, or excuse me, the third quarter. And it's 11-3 right here. Team dedication over team commitment. Look for the quarterback run here early, Coach.
Del Rio back in the game. There's a snap. He rolls to his left. Under pressure, getting wrapped up. Tried to let the ball go, and there he goes. Ahmad Walker with the interception and the touchdown. An ill-advised attempt to get rid of the ball. And we see the first touchdown of the game, and it's Ahmad Walker, number 43. From Warner Robins, the 6-foot-tall, 225-pound linebacker for team dedication.
Got the int. Got the return for a touchdown. Wow.
Man. And I sympathize with Del Rio because he was trying to get rid of the ball and not take the sack. But there are times you should just eat it.
Yep. There, you know, we talked about it earlier, anything that ends with a kick. So now it's 17-3.
Yeah.
Point after the 10.
Shortly 18-3.
Yes. The scoreboard better be on alert. It might get hit.
But, you know, 18-3 is still just a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, that's when I was watching that game last night, that's what I kept thinking. It's still just a 2-possession game.
Yep. You know, it's one of those things where it looked like it was total domination. It didn't look like it. It was.
No, for the first quarter and a half, it was.
All right.
Jones out for the kick. There's a snap, a hold. It's up and it's through. Jones making syrup makers everywhere proud. So with 10:48 left in the third, it's team dedication 18, team commitment 3.
And does it come as a shock to you that the first touchdown of the game is a defensive score?
No, it does not. You know, we were talking about at the break how hard it is. The group that has the hardest time is the offensive line, just because they're the one group that really has to function as a unit. And without them being able to gel, you know, and the guys that are on defense, you know, defensive linemen have changed so much.
Yeah,
defensive
linemen look like, you know, linebackers now. Linebackers look like defensive ends.
Right.
And, I mean, it's
changed so much, just the type of bodies you use for different stuff.
And that's, I think, you know, you can contribute that to the spread offense. People having to run from sideline to sideline, because there are very few teams that just get in the eye and run it at you anymore. Everybody's trying to stretch 53 1/3.
No doubt. Jones out to kick. He boots it. That one's nice and deep. Not even going to be returnable. Good directional kick by Jones.
So now it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20 for team commitment.
Once again, if you want to see the game's live stats, please log on to livestats.georgiajuniorbowl.org. That's live stats.
Tell you what, it's been a defensive battle right here.
Yes, it has.
But I do feel confident that any minute.
Well, you know, when you've got all these players on the field that have done things special all year on offense. It takes one little crease, but with the speed on the field, seems like it might limit the amount of long touchdowns and all of that stuff.
Del Rio calls his own number, straight up the middle, still up.
Gain of 3 right there for Del Rio on first down. Will bring up 2nd and 7.
Fighting for everything he's worth right there. Looked like number 20 was there first for team dedication. Ozzie Hoffler, defensive end out of Woodward at 6'3", 210.
Hoffler's had a good day. I mean, be interesting to see right here. There,
empty again.
Middle of the field is wide open.
There's a snap. Quick throw out to the left side. That's Barrett trying to make something happen. Only good for about a yard. Looked like he had something, but the defense just closes so quickly. Looked like number 24, Arrington Truesdale, linebacker out of Woodward Academy at 6', 210 there quickly. Trips out here to the wide side of the field.
About to say they got too many people on the field.
There's a snap. Del Rio drops, looks out to his right, gets pressure, evades pressure again, still rolling right.
He's going to
pump
run.
Faking. He's going to take off, puts the ball away, and still up, fighting for everything he's worth. Actually faked somebody out on the sideline, thought he was going to run out, and didn't want to blast him.
24 yards and a first down right there for Del Rio.
Jamari Ozzie Hoffler and Alan Wright, both there, both out of Woodward, defensive end and safety, respectively. Huge play for team commitment.
Yeah, they needed something positive right there to happen.
And, it looked like Del Rio was just going to run out of bounds, and he just kept running.
Yeah. It's that whole thing about don't want to hit the quarterback going out of bounds. And
right, because, kids are smart.
Some of those guys have figured this thing out.
Here comes motion from left to right. Quarterback keeper again. He's going to be wrapped up quick.
Yikes.
Looks like is that 45?
I think so.
45, Davion Rhodes, defensive end out of Pelham at 6'2", 225 there first.
Going to bring up, that's a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, and then I just heard Ahmad Walker was in as well.
Yeah, imagine that.
Motion into trips down here on the wide side of the field. On the short side of the field. There's a snap.
Screen.
Little screen action. There you go. Ball given to number 1, Dejon Reynolds. Brought down by looked like number 7, Jalen Harris, the safety out of Douglas County.
Gain of 9 right there. It's going to be 3rd and 2 right here.
So team commitment putting together a drive.
They got to pick this up, Coach. This is crucial right here. I would bet. Here come the blitz.
There's a snap. Quick throw by Del Rio.
Nice job.
He got it. Up and running.
14.
Pass complete to number 14, Brandon Watkins.
For 11
out
yards.
Out of Northeast Macon, 6'2", 175.
And that's another first down.
Run out of bounds by Willie Harris. Big D tackle out of Blakely County at 6'2", 280. That's a hustle play for the big man.
Yes, sir.
Del Rio under pressure goes down. Big sack. Big sack.
I hope he's all right.
I hope he's okay. And that's number 45 on the play.
He just said number 43.
Davion Rhodes. No, it was a defensive end. Isn't that him right there, 45? Just took a knee with a green helmet. Where's he?
Yes.
Out of Pelham, yeah. They just corrected it.
Yep.
We can hear the loudspeaker, too, for those of you at home if you can't hear that. So while they're checking on Mr. Del Rio, which we certainly hope he's okay, let's talk about our title sponsor, the Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with the opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps to resolve issues affecting our youth and education systems today. Our presenting sponsor, the Rising Seniors Foundation, their goal is preparing student athletes to dominate the fifth quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game. I'm getting worried about Mr. Del Rio. They're spending a lot of time.
Yes, I am too, Coach. You never want to see anybody get dragged down like that, and especially not in this situation.
It's just an awkward situation because number 45, Davion Rhodes, was bringing him down, and then here came Demarius Jackson, big D tackle out of Cedar Grove, and
he's up, Coach.
Demarius Jackson, 6 foot tall, 300 pounds.
Yeah,
that's a big joker.
I can tell you from experience that when somebody falls on you like that, it's not any fun. It's definitely not any fun if they've got your leg rolled up behind you. Glad to see him walk off the field.
No doubt, under his own, he looks a little gimpy, but
it could be a whole lot worse.
Oh, yes, sir.
A whole lot worse.
Pulling a card out there to get him, that would ruin your day.
So when they get this thing reset, it'll be second down and 19, and Team Commitment's positive drive that they had going kind of got crushed right there.
Yeah, huge sack. I imagine Luke Holloway's coming in the game for Team Commitment.
He is.
Mr. Holloway a runner as well.
I'd like to see Mr. Holloway. He could fire that thing. He chunked one down the field about 50 yards during the first half. It was great coverage by Team Dedication.
Luke Holloway out of Fannin County.
All right. It's easy for you to say.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Slot man started early. Nobody called it, though. Ball complete to Dejon Reynolds. Really been waiting on him to kind of
comes out,
kind of really assert himself here. Run out by number 28, Clarence C.J. Nunley out of South Paulden, as well as number 9, Wes Weeks,
fifth
linebacker out of Oconee County.
Gain of 13 right there on that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Well, Luke Holloway comes in, gets him into 3rd and manageable.
I mean, that's the perfect play. That's exactly what you want right there. Take that 2nd and 19, we talk about, cut it in half, make it more manageable. Now you got 2 downs to get 6 yards. It was always that easy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Holloway in the gun, trips out to his left. There's a snap. Pressure, evades it initially.
Throw it to him.
Lets it go. Dejon Reynolds with the ball. Looks like he's going to have a first down. Brought down right there. Did you see he made that play?
And they will have enough for a first down for Team Commitment. The ball is pushed all the way down to the 15-yard line.
28.
His jersey's rolled up. Number 28.
Yes.
That was Clarence Nunley. Nah, that's not 28.
It's not?
No.
26 maybe?
Helmet was red, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the guy from – it's not Ola.
I wish he'd pull his jersey down. Holloway in the gun. Lets it fly on the left side.
Incomplete.
Okay. I thought he'd come down with that.
The pass is incomplete.
Yeah, dodged the bullet right there. I think that was Nathaniel Wiggins from Grady out there. Nathaniel, 6'2", 160. That's a big corner.
Man, 6'2", 160. Jeez.
Well, 2nd and 10, but you live to fight another down.
Yep. I like the fact that they're going at, I mean, now might be a good time, try to split something up the middle right here.
Doubles. There's a snap. Holloway drops, rolls to his right, lets it fly to the back corner, and
knocked away.
Good D right there. Pass intended for Dejon Reynolds. Knocked down.
And I think that's number 26.
Number 26, Legend Doggett out of Ola at 5'11", 160.
Got a great name. Play clock down to 15. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Third down and 10 from the 15.
Holloway in the gun. There's
Here comes
a snap.
the pressure. Running back.
And they get it out on the perimeter.
That was a really nice play over there. That is a great play.
Number 23 on the reception, Kevion Robbins out of Hancock Central High School. At 5'11", 198, brought down by number 3, Nathaniel Wiggins, a Grady.
Nathaniel Wiggins just made a great play.
Yeah, because you're out there in space.
Mm-hmm.
Timeout, team commitment. That's their first of the half. We're familiar with Hancock Central.
Mm-hmm.
Out there in Sparta, Georgia.
Collection of athletes, big, fast, physical. So what do you think so far, Coach? All that stuff we talked about, throwing the ball in the middle of the field and everybody's throwing the ball to the sidelines.
Everybody's still working the perimeter. My opinion is you can throw the middle of the field as long as you don't do it late.
Yeah.
Throwing the middle of the field late is a bad idea. But there is a certain amount of safety with throwing it outside.
Yes, there is. The standard operating procedure for both of these defenses has been when it gets to this situation, they send both inside linebackers. If you ran everybody off and you flip the running back on a circle route to the middle of the field right here, it'd probably be wide open.
Think they're going to Dejon Reynolds over here by himself?
I would think so, considering they're going to cover him with 3 people.
Look at the other side. Look at the boundary.
Yeah. You got
trips to the boundary, and you got 2 people.
Really got 1.
There's a snap. Holloway rolls, settles back, throws left. And that time, I think Wiggins got down with it.
Yeah, he did.
And that's the pick in the end zone. I will say that both times
I mean, what a great play right here.
The coaching staff excited.
As well they should be. This is a nice job.
Really tough D.
I'm not so sure he got a foot down.
Well,
but it doesn't matter anyway.
No, there's no instant replay in high school.
It was hard to tell when I was looking at our replay. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway. That was 4th down. So with 4:12, team dedication takes back over. And a promising drive, ends inside the red zone.
I don't think I would have gone to that side with the 6'3" corner, though.
Yeah, probably not.
I think I'd have gone to one of the shorter corners. Blake in the
The
gun
ball's on the
loses
ground.
the handle. I think that's Patrick Blake. I don't want
It is.
to. Yeah, it is. I didn't want to You know, that's hard to lose the handle. They want to, you know, blame somebody for something. Not blame, but give somebody else credit for something they didn't necessarily have anything to do with.
Number 44 is on the tackle, Coach.
Number 44 right there on the play. Devin Lee, defensive tackle out of Ola at 6'3", 265. There's a snap. Blake rolls right.
Uh-oh.
And is hit and sacked. My goodness. Their first is catch that number?
I cannot see who that is, but he was shot out of a cannon off the.
I want to say that's 19. Wish I had a replay of that.
Yeah.
I think that might have been 48 to Marcus Robinson out of Warner Robins. That's exactly who it was that came in there and led the charge. Cleaned up by his buddies. New quarterback right there, just on a quarterback run on 3rd and forever.
What number is that? Number 6.
That ball carried by number 6, Jalik Thomas out of Central Macon at 5'10", 168. And that's going to bring Noah Jones on. Again, that team commitment, D holding tough.
Yeah.
Team commitment D has given up 9 points today.
And all of them, you know, there hasn't really been a drive against them yet. They gave up the one, you know, big pass play. But, you know, then they've had, you know, you had the safety. You know, you've had some short fields.
Got a funky punt formation.
Just a true spread punt right here where they line up on their
landmarks.
Yep.
The ball going to be
Can
returned
he get to the
by
corner?
number 18. He's got the edge. That's Horatio Fields down the sideline. He's going to
stepped out of bounds. Where?
They're going to mark him down
at the 6.
At the 6-yard line. Huge return by Horatio Fields.
Wow.
Horatio Fields, wide receiver out of New Manchester at 6'3", 180. Going to get an instant replay right here. Once he breaks that tackle at about the 50-yard line, there he goes.
Wow.
And who was that that shoves him out?
It was hard to see, but they took out somebody over there on the sideline with them.
Yeah, you got to be aware on the sideline. Get rolled up. So back in action.
They marked it down at the 8. 1st and goal from the 8 right here.
Holloway takes a snap.
Nice
Give
touchdown.
right up the gut, and there it goes. And just like that, it's a one-possession game.
Yes, sir.
Of course, assuming they make the extra point. That
was a 8-yard touchdown run right there by Harris.
Demazio Harris, yes, sir. Running back out of Jenkins at 5'9", 185.
Very nice job right there by Harris to seeing the cut. They opened that thing up. He slid it right in the A-gap. That's what I thought they might have done on one of those plays in the last drive because they had become so, you know, they had dropped back and thrown the ball just about every play. But that right there was a nice cut, nice seal block. Good job right there all the way around. And it's 18-9 with 1:47 left to go. Extra point pending right here. And if, you know, like you said, if everything goes right here with the process, then we'll have a one-score game, Coach.
Daniel Gibbs on the kick. Daniel from Veterans High School. And he kicks it.
To Veterans High School.
Right. It's in the street. So with 1:47 left in the third quarter, we got an 18-10 ball game.
Hey, let's go back to what we talked about before this whole thing started. Keys to the game. What did we talk about?
Well, we talked about protecting the football.
And we have an interception return for a touchdown. That's the difference of the game. And we talked about special teams and being able to get something off a return, and that return directly led to that touchdown. Man, I like it when they make us look smart, Coach.
Well, it's hard to do sometimes.
You know, that is true. So now, 147. You know, can't onside kick yet, Coach, because it's not the fourth quarter.
Not yet.
But, you know.
I mean, the way your defense is playing, I say kick it deep.
Yeah. Well, they're going to kick it deep. But, you know, there's a little bit of pep on that.
I say kick it deep. I would sky kick it to right in the middle of those four guys right there deep. I'd kick it as high as I could.
You try to land it in that blue circle back there?
Land it in that blue circle and give my guys time to get down there. Of course, we all know one of the worst things that can happen
is the ball bounce.
Is for the ball to bounce and for it to be fumbled around, because a lot of times guys will vacate their lanes on kickoff when something goes sideways, and then now you have this huge return in what should have been nothing.
Yep. There.
And
the whole team
there's the boot, and he puts it almost exactly where I say.
Right in the blue circle.
But coming around, that's number 12 out of Grayson.
Ball's out.
That's
Ball's
Corey
out.
Johnson.
Ball is out.
And coming out from underneath the pile, that's S.A. Debris.
Yes, it is.
Number 28 from McEachern. And I believe we're witnessing a momentum swing.
There was a massive hit right there. I want to see who did that, but
I'm hoping they'll throw it up on replay.
I mean, massive.
Here it comes.
1 minute, 38 seconds left to go in the third. Please stay tuned to the
right there.
It was the black helmet.
Right here. Number 5. I think it was number 5.
Number 5, Javon Bullard.
And like as he went by, he got his hand in there and knocked the ball out.
And then 24, Tatum from Mount Zion at 6'2", 210. Holloway in the gun, back behind him, slot off to his left side, looking for somewhere to go.
Nothing.
And
nothing.
Yeah, blow the whistle. Number 20, the first man there, Ozzie Hoffler out of Woodward Academy at 6'3", 210 from his defensive end spot. That ball carried.
Number 6.
By number 6, Demazio Harris, running back out of Jenkins. Tough sledding.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go with that. I mean, nowhere to go.
So we second down, and let's call it 13.
Ozzie Hoffler's had a heck of a game, Coach.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of defensive standouts right now. Holloway in the gun. There's a snap. Little token fake. Looks like maybe somebody wasn't where they're supposed to be. He rolls to his right.
Just tuck it in.
Going to pull the ball down and run. And, you know, wisely he runs out of bounds before Ahmad Walker. And Ahmad Walker classily lets him run out of bounds without blasting him.
Yep.
You know, that's one of the things I'll have to say is the kids have been really smart.
Yeah.
So oftentimes you see kids, you know, want to hit stick somebody right before they go out of bounds just to kind of prove a point. And, you know, this is the kind of thing that colleges are really looking for, the kids who keep their cool and are smart about how they play. And we've seen a lot of that today.
Ahmad Walker is a really, really good football player.
There's no doubt about that. Holloway in the gun. Looks out to his right, lets the ball fly. Man, is that a one-hopper?
It was.
Dejon Reynolds, I thought he might have scooped that one up off the ground.
He did a great job of trying to sell it.
I really thought he had it. It's going to bring up 4th.
Would you kick the field goal right here?
Oh, absolutely.
36 seconds left.
I'm going to get the points. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. I'm down by 8. I'm absolutely kicking a field goal.
That way you don't have to have the 2-point conversion factor into it.
Nope.
All right, so.
All you need is points right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just points right here, and you want to get points out of this turnover.
So this will be another 39-yard field goal attempt.
Ball down.
And
it's good. The Daniel Gibbs kick is good.
So he's made consecutive 39-yard field goals, and here we go, Coach.
And now it's 18-13.
In a minute, and 10 seconds, this went from an 18-3 game to an 18-13.
From what looked like might be, not a blowout, but what was quickly becoming an insurmountable lead.
Yes.
And instead, team commitment just jumps right back in. Sparked by special teams.
So, once again, the whole special teams thing jumps up.
It's a third of the game, and I know a lot of people don't spend time on it. I get it, because you got to worry about offense and defense. But I like that. I think Mr. Gibbs was looking for an edge right there. Put the tee down at the 45.
Yeah. If they'll let you get away with it, why not? All right, so it seems like it's been a month since team dedication had the football, and it's only been realistically about 4 minutes.
New returner back here for team dedication. Justin Franklin's still out there. And looks like that's who's going to end up with the return.
No, it's not.
Steps in front of him.
And
straight up the gut.
Is that 25, Coach?
Let's see.
Yes, it is.
I think it is number 25. DeMarcus Griffin, wide receiver out of Northeast Macon at 5'10", 170. Kind of stole that from from Justin Franklin. I don't think he saw him.
He intercepted that from.
I think all he could see was the ball. I can imagine getting tunnel visioned on that one.
Yeah, probably.
But a solid return.
Yeah, nice return. He exploded into the.
There's a snap.
Whoa, that's backwards.
Came out of the back of his hand.
That's backwards.
You better get on it. Austin Smith just lost a handle on that one.
Yes, he did.
Looks like it was recovered by number 12, Jamal Haynes out of Grayson. Yeah,
that's going to end up being a loss of 8, Coach.
That's the end of 3. That's just one of those things where it comes out of the back of your hand. Let's give us a chance here at the end of the third quarter. Team dedication up 18-13 over commitment. Tell you a little bit about our title sponsor, the Chick-fil-A Foundation. Created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, and passion for supporting youth, the Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to be a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps resolve issues affecting our youth and education system. And our presenting sponsor, Rising Seniors Foundation, their goal is preparing student athletes to dominate the 5th quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game.
Coach, we've gotten a lot today. I've gotten more than we bargained for right now. We're getting to watch great athletes play, and we got ourselves a ball game with 15 minutes to go here.
I will say this is a lot funner to watch. I don't like watching lopsided stuff most of the time.
Nope, definitely not.
I love to see a good matchup.
PA announcer's got them going here.
All right.
Toss sweep.
Toss sweep. That's
wow.
Justin Franklin around the left edge.
Whoa.
And there it is.
Get a flag.
There's a flag. A little too much.
They gave him about 12 on that run.
I believe so. There's going to be another 15. Number 10 pleading his case. I think he might have been the guy that got a little too much. That's typically the situation. That's Kanai Walker, safety from Douglas County at 6'2", 188. They're going to tack 15 onto this. And this is pretty hurtful for team commitment. Here's the replay. Going. Okay. No, I think that was Ford that kind of got the late push.
It was.
That's Christopher Paul Jr. out of Crisp County, linebacker at 6'1", 215.
He was just mad the guy kept running away from him so he couldn't hit him. So a little bit of a spark here to open up the fourth quarter.
Austin Smith in the gun, stacked either side. Looks out right, lets it fly. Has a receiver. Still caught it despite the interference. Caught by number 17, Jarius Mack, wide receiver from Clark Central, 5'10", 170. Despite the interference, because he was tackled before the ball got there.
Yes, he was.
And he still came down with it. Great concentration. And a huge play for team dedication. Just when it looked like all the momentum had swung the way of team commitment,
Yep.
here comes team dedication marching down the field. And just unless they turn the ball over, they'll increase their lead to 8 right here at the very least.
So that was about 26 yards right there, Coach.
Smith takes a snap, rolls to his left, has a receiver deep.
Wide open.
And he is wide open in the end zone. And there he is, Justin Franklin, the wide receiver out of Douglas County. And here comes his team to celebrate with him. Those young men are excited.
It's the first offensive touchdown of the game right there for team dedication. Justin Franklin's had a really good game, Coach.
Yeah, he has. And that's going to take us to 24-13. But I feel confident it's going to be 25-13
You think?
because Noah Jones is out on the field. And he's going to kick it across the street.
All of a sudden, this game has turned into an offensive display.
You know, we were talking about it. You know, sometimes it just takes a minute for it to click. And there it is. It's up and through. So with 14-16 left in the game, team dedication 25, team commitment 13.
All right, and so now we get a chance to see it again. Special teams. And I wouldn't be surprised to see team commitment start isolating number 1 out there and throwing him the football a little bit. Nice job on the sprint right here. Gets the shoulders turned and drops a dime.
And was patient.
Yes.
And trusted the guys in front of him.
That was a really nice job running a real smash concept over there. It was a really well, you know, even with the penalty, the whole drive was really well done. It jumped right off, you know, right after the kick return. So nice answer from team dedication after the 2 quick scores from team commitment. So let's see if team commitment can answer. That's easy for me to say.
And they're back to a 2-possession lead.
Mm-hmm. It seems like this game is a long way from over, Coach.
I would say so. It looks like Javon Bullard and Demazio Harris back deep. There's the Jones kick.
Oh, he didn't get in the end zone.
Nope. And it's returned down the right side.
Nice return.
Still going.
Out to about the 29-yard line.
Nice return by Javon Bullard out of Baldwin. 5'11", 165. He's a corner. Brought down by, look like, number 6, Jalik Thomas. I take that back.
I think it was number 21, Coach.
Number 21? Mm-hmm. Your sight's better than mine. That would be Allen Wright, safety out of Woodward. At 5'11", 180.
So, 1st and 10 at the 29, 14:07 left, or excuse me, where'd they mark him? 28. So 1st and 10 at 28, 14:07 left to go here, and it looks like
Del Rio back in the game. That's good to see.
It is.
Pass to number 14, Watkins. He catches it across the middle. And that was close, but I think they're going to let that one go. Knocked out of bounds by number 7, Jalen Harris, safety out of Douglas County, 5'9", 170. Watkins out of Northeast Macon, a 6'2", 175-pound wide receiver.
What number is Watkins, Coach?
He's number 14.
14, right?
That's correct.
Gain of 3 right there. I'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I was trying to figure out why I can't see right now.
You don't have your glasses
I
on.
don't have my glasses on. That's weird. That's so much better. There's a snap. Del Rio drops. Lets it.
Oh.
That's one of those things we were talking about. The backs, you got to put it on them.
Yep. I'll say this. Jalen Harris from Douglas County's had a really nice game today, playing safety for team dedication.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that player of the game could go to. Just thinking about that right now.
Yes, the action has really heated up here in the last, about 6 or 7 minutes of game time. Play clock is rolling, Coach. Already down to 10.
Well, you end up burning a timeout right here.
Mm-hmm. And they only got one left.
Holloway in the gun. There's a snap, gets it off just in time. Rolls to his right. Looking downfield, lets it fly. Ill-advised pass. Looked like number 7 came down with it. They're going to say he did. That's interception by Jalen Harris. You just were talking about
There it is.
I mean, there's so many good players right now defensively. It's really – I'm sitting here thinking – I've been thinking about, the fourth quarter. I've been really thinking about player of the game, and there's so many names that are popping in my head right now. See the replay right here.
Great play. He's definitely down. So now flip it back. Team dedication is going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 49 right here. And you wonder, with a limited amount of practice time, did they have enough time to put in any tricks? Because this would be the right time to run a trick play right here.
Sudden change.
Yep. Got a little weird, it looks like jet motion of some kind.
Austin Smith, here comes that jet motion. Zone back the other way.
Oh, nice play right there. Who made that tackle?
That would be, I think that's one of the kids from Woodward. That'd be number 40. Let's see.
I don't think that's.
Not 48, DeMarcus Robinson out of Warner Robins.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle right there.
That was a really good play.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes motion from right to left. There's a snap. Give to Favors around the right side. He's got a little room. Gets some help.
Nice.
Stays up. He's going to be run out of bounds by number 28, S.A. Dubry, out of McEachern at linebacker at 6'2", 6'3". Sorry, 6'2", 223.
It's a gain of 12 and a first down.
Just like that, team dedication on the move again. Here comes motion from left to right, motion into trips into the boundary. There goes the zone back the other way. That ball carried by number 8, Byron Green II.
Number 8?
Sorry, number 6, Jalik Thomas. The 8 and the 6, man.
See who made the tackle right there?
I did not. My view was kind of blocked. Neither did anybody else, apparently.
Yes.
A stack look on this side.
I think it was Dubry.
Here comes motion. There's the give on the jet.
Hello.
Man. That jet given to Justin Franklin. And that was number 48.
Woo.
That's DeMarcus Robinson out of Warner Robins at 5'8", 190. That's 2 in a row for him.
-4 on that. 3rd and 12. Woo.
He's killing this drive.
If you're playing Warner Robins, you're definitely not trying to run the football with those two linebackers.
No, he's.
And I do not envy anybody that's on their schedule next year.
Smith in the gun. Uh-oh. False start. I'm sorry, offsides. That's going to cost them 5. They're going to bring up 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 7. That's the 2nd time today.
Yeah.
Don't blame them. They think they're fixing to get a chance to rush the passer right there.
Yeah, some of those big dogs get excited.
Mm-hmm.
Trips.
Keep my eye on number 9 right here.
Out to the left. Smith in the gun. There's a snap. He drops, looks left, comes back right, looking for a screen. Screen was intended for number 33. Malachi Thomas, well covered by number 38, Cameron Moat. Cameron Moat, a defensive tackle out of Crisp County at 6'1", 252, moving.
Yeah. And there was our man again, Jefferson. Jefferson's had a heck of a game today. Got 5 tackles, a sack, 2 hurries. Been all over the place.
Was that the pressure?
That was the pressure, Coach.
Jonathan Jefferson, defensive end out of Douglas County at 6'4", 255.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that guy.
Here's Noah Jones on to
Jones, 51-yarder.
This should be pretty pedestrian for him.
He's 3 of 6 so far today, Coach.
Snap, hold. The kick is up and good.
Good.
4 of 7.
Wow.
And 28-13.
We're back to a 2-score game now. Coach, if I had to pick between,
So he's got 12 of these points.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It looks like somebody's reading our mind, you know.
it does.
Because I would say right now, if you had to pick a player of the game on offense for team dedication, you'd have to go with either Jones or Franklin.
Yeah, my vote's Jones. I mean, because he sparked everything.
Yes.
He's been carrying the team on his leg.
I've never heard anybody say he's been carrying the team on his leg. That's pretty good, Coach. That was well done.
Jones lining up to kick. Back deep. Number 18, Horatio Fields, that had the big return.
He's going to get a chance to do it again.
I think that's – I'm trying to see a number right there.
Come back across here.
No,
that's a nice tackle right there.
Retreating usually is not good. Brought down by number 28.
Yep.
C.J. Nunley. I'm sorry. Yep. That was 28, right?
It was.
Defensive end out of South Paulding at 6'2", 210.
Right out to the 15-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Or was that 83 that made that play?
I thought it was 28.
Okay. Well, I'll trust you. As it gets a little darker, the numbers get harder to read. We got a lot of cloud cover. But, you know, still a 2-possession game with 10:38. I mean, that's doable.
Yep.
It's a tall order, but it's doable. Holloway in the game, a quarterback. Motion from right to left.
Going to the post.
And he overthrew it. Pass intended for looked like number 19.
Mm-hmm. He was open early, Coach. I mean, early.
No, that's going to be number 12, Corey Johnson, wide receiver out of South Gwinnett at 6'3", 185.
He was open early.
Got to let it fly. Can't hold that ball.
Be interesting to see what they go to right here.
That's easy to say from up here. Nobody's
Yeah, it
chasing.
is. Might be a time to take that quick hitch on the sideline over there. Going to Dejon Reynolds.
There's a snap. And I don't know if that was supposed to happen or.
I think that was intercepted on the way to Dejon Reynolds.
I think so too. Because that would have been a better play if it had gone to Dejon Reynolds.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 right there. Was that pass caught by number 23, Coach?
Let's see. It was indeed. Kevion Robbins.
Hancock Central.
Hancock Central.
All right, 3rd and 7. You're down 2 scores. Clock's under 10 minutes. You got to start thinking about 2-down territory, right?
There's no doubt. You need to get 3 or 4 out of this. There's snap. Holloway drops. Rolls to his left.
Got the curl.
Lets it fly. In and out of the hands.
That was a nice job of moving.
It was a good ball. And in and out of the hands of number 9. Let's see. You see a number right there?
I do not. I think it's 17. Leo Blackburn.
There you go, Leo Blackburn, Jr., wide receiver out of Westlake High School, 6'5", 210. Just hit him right at chest with it.
They did a good job. He did if you look at that whole play right there, Holloway scrambled out, got himself set, and Blackburn Jr. did a good job of finding an open area. Everything about that was right. It just the completion of the play, and that is a bomb.
Gibbs hammers it. It's picked up by number 3, Wiggins. He's headed down to right sideline. He's got one guy to beat.
Cuts it back across the field.
Cuts it back across, and the kicker is not going to catch him. That's Nathaniel Wiggins, wide receiver from Grady at 6'2", 160. He's had a great game. He's had a kick return. He's had an interception in the end zone.
Where's the flag at?
Right there at about the 46-yard line.
Oh, man. Man, that was – watch the replay right here, Coach. Yep, there it is, blocking the back. There was probably 2 of them right there.
I like that everybody, as soon as they realized where they were, they let go of the guy like, oh. Great return regardless. That's still highlight reel stuff.
Ahmad Walker was down there leading the way for him. He just got out of the way and said, you go do your thing. So instead of a, kind of a door slamming punt return for a touchdown.
Because you're right, that would have slammed the door with 9:16 left.
Team dedication will take over the football, 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line.
It's a big swing.
It is. Team commitment needs something on defense right here. They need a pick.
Turnover,
fumble.
something big.
They got to have something.
Smith in the gun. There's a snap. High snap. He slings it out. It's dropped. That pass intended for number 19, Jamario Bridge out of Windsor Forest at 6', 190.
I'm going to tell you, he better throw that thing quick. And I mean quick, because Jonathan Jefferson is eating up territory towards the quarterback.
He's a scary individual.
I mean,
because it doesn't make sense for a guy that big to be able to move that way.
I mean, he is.
He's a big cat.
They got him out here in this Ghost 9 out here.
He's just scratching off the football, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Trip Stack down here at the bottom, little toss to Favors out to the left.
Nice
track
play.
Down. Nicely done. Play made by number 13, Dwayne Johnson, linebacker out of South Gwinnett at 6'3", 220.
Dwayne Johnson's got that range. I mean, he just ran that down. Looked like they had the edge on that.
Yeah, that's one of the things, man. Today the linebacker play, those cats can run.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, that we've seen them rotate in and out, inside series.
Just the lateral speed of the front seven today has been amazing on both sides of the ball, on both teams, I mean. There's a snap. Smith rolls to his right, getting pressure. Our guy Jefferson in his face. Caught by number 17. Caught by number 17, Jarius Mack from Clark Central. Run out of bounds by number 5, Javon Bullard of
Gain of
Baldwin.
2. And that is the third. Probably, no, that's the 4th hurry of the game for Jefferson. I mean, the guy's got 5 tackles, a sack, 4 hurries. He's having himself a heck of a ball game. All right, so 2-score game, 8-24. Last time they punted, Coach.
Well, you're going to have to drive down. Here we go. The Jones kick. Nice high punt. Watching it turn over right there.
Oh, no.
And lost his footing.
That was a nice job.
That was Dejon Reynolds right there. Looked like number 23 was in on that one. That's Michael Mincy out of Ware County. A 6'1", 210-pound linebacker.
Mr. Mincy's had a good day today, too. Seems like we keep saying that everybody's had a good day, Coach.
But pretty much no matter what you do, unless you have just a wide-open play right here,
yeah.
If you run any kind of time off the clock, you're going to need to onside kick it.
Now, if you score, do you go for 2 this time, or you kick the extra point and go for 2 second time?
Well, I come up in the school of you don't do it until you have to.
There you go.
I'm not saying that's the right way. I'm saying that's the only way I know.
Well, we're in empty, so this would be a good down. Throw this thing out here and
something to break loose.
Let somebody get into a seam.
Holloway drops, looks to his right.
Holy
and
smokes.
Fires it over the head of the running back. That pass intended, I think, for Demazio Harris.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion right there. Good idea. He had.
I think that one just sailed on him.
He did. If he would have got it to Harris, he had plenty of room to run, to operate. Could have used the sidelines, all of that stuff.
Well, because that's one of the things you need to be thinking about now is conservation of time.
But you also got to be thinking about getting the ball down the field. And when I say that, there aren't too many possessions left in this game, so punting right here is not really an option.
Going to a 2-safety look. Firing it out to the left side right there. Quickly brought down. Pass caught by number 18, Horatio Fields. Brought down by number 21, Alan Wright of Woodward, and number 9, Wes Weeks of Oconee County.
Gain of 8. Bring up 3rd down and 2. I'd have my eye on 43 right here to see if he's on the move.
3rd and 3. You got to convert right here.
And here come the backers.
Holloway takes a snap. Here comes the heat. He gets it out to
That's
Dejon Reynolds.
Down.
There goes Dejon Reynolds down the sideline. He cuts it back. He's got a chance. If he gets a block right there.
Wow.
And he's run out of bounds. Holding on for dear life right there.
43 yards right there, Coach.
I've said earlier today that I've been waiting on him to assert himself. Dejon Reynolds, 196 on the ESPN Junior 300, which is a list of pretty good kids. Holloway gets him right back on the ball. Throws it out to his left. Caught by number 19, Elijah Johnson out of South Gwinnett.
That was number 19 or number 18, Coach? I think it was Horatio Fields.
I don't think it's the right helmet. It's New Manchester. Isn't that a blue helmet?
No, New Manchester.
White and blue?
New Manchester should be silver. I know for a fact because they.
Well, you know better than I do because you coached out there. I get you.
They beat the dog, what, out of us.
Horatio Fields, that's my bad. Let's see. We got a replay right here.
This is an earlier play.
Who called the timeout right there?
Dedication called the timeout, Coach.
All right.
They've got 2 left.
Okay, that's the Dejon Reynolds play.
Mm-hmm.
Next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer effort, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helped resolve issues affecting our young and education systems. Thank you, Ms. Troy Cathy. So bring up a second down, let's call it 4.
So empty right
Holloway
here.
in the gun, looks out to his right, getting lots of pressure, escapes the pocket.
Run.
He's got the first down and wisely slides after he gets the first.
Gain of 5 right there.
Although I think I might have headed for out of bounds at that point.
Yes.
Stop the clock.
Holloway with the quarterback keeper, and he was scrambling for another first down. But team commitment.
Team commitment's got something going right here, Coach.
Indeed they do. Got some people asking what the play is, looks like.
Got to get some people on the ball.
I think they're set now. Empty again.
It's a quick screen.
Dejon Reynolds. Not going to get anything. Wisely goes out of
There's a
bounds.
15-yard penalty.
And there's 15 more. Very unwise by team dedication.
That was Reynolds' 7th catch of the game, Coach.
That's one of those where you gotta be smarter than that.
After a slow start, Mr. Reynolds has ramped it up.
Give us a quick break right here. Our title sponsor, Chick-fil-A Foundation, created out of a desire to honor Chick-fil-A founder Truett Cathy's legacy of giving, goodwill, passion for supporting youth. The Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the new generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps to resolve issues affecting our youth and education system. Truett Cathy, truly a great man.
Yes, he will.
An absolute great man, a man of principle, a man who never backed off of things. I've always very much admired the fact, I think about how much money they must lose by not opening on Sunday. But he stuck to his guns and he never changed and have been wildly successful.
So, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Trying to sort some stuff out down there. Give me a chance to talk about our presenting sponsor, the Rising Seniors Foundation, preparing student athletes to dominate the 5th quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on the academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game. Somebody call a timeout, or are they just having like a referee powwow?
Saw the referee
Personal
was talking.
foul. Offsetting.
It's a do-over.
Okay. Mulligan.
No, it wasn't.
Personal foul against the defense.
It looked like 2 personal fouls, didn't it?
That's what they called.
I didn't know if maybe I missed something. I was
No.
like, I got my glasses on.
I don't know what happened over there on the other sideline, but obviously it wasn't nice. Someone
No.
cheated.
There was some unfriendliness. That's a bummer for team commitment. He could have used that 15 yards
Yeah.
and the first down. Holloway in the gun, double set. He drops, looks right, lets it
Touchdown.
fly to the end zone. That's Dejon Reynolds just out of his reach.
No, Reynolds ran the quick. They faked the screen to
I'm
Reynolds.
sorry, that was Watkins in the end zone.
Yes. Well, he had him too.
Just out of his reach. Number 7, Jalen Harris, was beat, who's had a tremendous game. That doesn't happen.
This is the part in the All-Star game where I like when you start drawing stuff up in the dirt because you're trying to score.
Okay, you're the bottle cap. I'm the
Yep.
cigarette butt. All right.
Everything's been to the sideline. I look for something to, back.
Something in the middle. Holloway drops, lets it fly again down the right side.
Oh.
Off the hands of Dejon Reynolds. Had 2 receivers in the same area, though.
Yep.
I wonder what happened right there. Reynolds was good for the touchdown on that one. just went off his hands, I think.
So this is 4th down and 10. So because they were dead ball personal fouls, they ran the down. So not only did they not get the 15-yard penalty, they lost the down in the process.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but this is the ball game.
It is. 5:52 left, 4th down and 10, ball at the 27. Play clock's going to run out.
And
They called timeout. That's their last timeout.
That was their last one?
That was the last one, Coach. They called one to
I had them as still having one. But, again, you count much better than I do. So
don't say that because yesterday we had 4 timeouts.
bonus timeout. I love bonus timeouts. It's like Lenore Park, home of the 5th down.
Bonus downs, bonus timeouts.
Oh, man. We never seem to get any bonuses, always one less.
Yeah, we had that a couple of times this year.
I tell you what, man. But between the lack of the stealing a down and not being able to count the number of people on the line of scrimmage, probably the 2 things that aggravate me the most in the world.
I mean, you can't run tight end trips anymore because there's not enough people on the line of
Y'all
scrimmage.
had enough people on the line of scrimmage, Coach. Yeah, we did.
So we're at 5:50, Coach. If this is unsuccessful right here,
Yeah, that's
probably need to start talking about some
players of the game.
some solidifying some players of the game.
Oh, looks like Wiggins maybe is cramping.
Yeah.
Or did he twist something?
I don't know. I saw him go down looked like he was trying to stretch.
It's amazing how much cramps hurt, though.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what.
And he's had a great game.
Yes, he has. And there's definitely a collection of talent on the field that's going to make some college coaches and some college fans very happy in the coming years.
Well, I was thinking when I was looking at the pregame stuff and I'll come back to that. Holloway in the gun, empty set, 4th and 10 for all the marbles. There's a snap. He drops. Heat's coming. He evades the rush.
Wide open in the middle of the field.
And that was close. I thought he might be close to being past the line of scrimmage. But that ball caught by number 7. I'm sorry, called by I think that was Kevion Robbins out of Hancock Central.
It was. Timeout, team dedication.
Timeout, team dedication.
That's their second.
With this timeout, let me tell you about our title sponsor, Chick-fil-A Foundation. Created out of a desire to honor the Chick-fil-A founder, Truett Cathy's legacy of giving goodwill and passion for supporting youth, the Chick-fil-A Foundation seeks to inspire and equip the next generation of leaders with opportunities to build a positive legacy and become all they were created to be. Through partnerships and volunteer efforts, the Chick-fil-A Foundation helps to resolve issues affecting our youth and education system. Our presenting sponsor, the Rising Senior Foundation, preparing student athletes to dominate the 5th quarter of life. The Rising Seniors Foundation is focused on academic, emotional, and life skills necessary for student athletes to grow and transition from high school to college and ultimately beyond. Their Knowledge for Life leadership development curriculum was purposely built by former athletes to inspire and educate student athletes to create the next generation of leaders, more than just a game. 1st and 10. So it's still a ball game. Trips out the empty set. Holloway in the gun. There's a snap. Quick throw out to Javion Reynolds on the right side. Good for about 2, maybe 3.
Gain of 3 right there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Sean Reynolds with a reception. Picked up about 4 on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. The ball is
They did give him 4.
pitched his way all the way down to the
Trying to see who made that play. They're like at the furthest point away from us right now.
I think that's the guy from Ola, Coach.
There's a snap.
Touchdown.
There he goes. And there goes Holloway. He's in. I imagine they'll send Gibbs out to kick this one. Holloway's having a pretty good second half here.
He is.
Out of Fannin County.
So it's 28-19 now, Coach. Now, no timeouts left. 40-second clock. Onside kick right here.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, here comes Remember the Titans.
Nice.
That was good.
I think they negotiated that beforehand with the referees that there were going to be touchdown celebrations.
They did not do that yesterday.
No, sir, they did not. The referees seemed rather peeved yesterday.
Yes, they were.
All right, Gibbs out to kick. So with 4:53 left in the game, Team Dedication up 28-19. So this kick could not be more important. Holloway with a hold. Gibbs kick up and good. And oh man, it almost bounced to the woods.
So 4:53, it's 28-20.
So it's a one-possession game again.
Man,
the last time this happened, Team Dedication set a fire under themselves and got going.
Yeah, this has been a great fourth quarter, Coach.
I agree. Again, what looked like might be a blowout game. Right here, the replay with Holloway, everybody got sucked inside, and there he went. That kid's too fast to do that.
He's covering some ground.
At 6'1", 180 pounds, he can scoop.
It'd be kind of interesting to see,
Cats like that are built for speed.
Yep. So
you got no timeouts. You got an onside kick.
Well,
because if they get the ball, let's say you go 3 and out, you're looking at, what is that, 120 seconds, 2 minutes?
Plus the time that you run off the clock during the play.
So 2 minutes, you lose 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So you'd get the ball back with about 2 minutes left if you went 3 and out right here.
I wonder if they practiced onside kick.
I mean, I would do it anyway.
I mean, I'm just saying, I wonder if they actually practiced it.
There's the kick.
Perfect.
Great bounce. Oh, my word. They got the ball back. That was awesome. Great kick by Gibbs. Who was that recovered? Number 7. Jabron Claude, the safety from Grayson. We've called his name quite a number of times today. What a great play. I love onside kicks.
Yes.
I mean, you couldn't have drawn that up any better. And the thing is the kid up in front, the front lineman, when that ball is hot, you're supposed to let it go. And the end behind him didn't come up. Not quick enough.
So this is interesting. 4:51 to go.
Of course, I've seen some crazy ones. I saw one this year at our place where the kicker hit it off of somebody.
After being expressly told, don't do that.
It was a line drive and bounced right off the kid and came back to us. I mean,
I took it. It was great.
I'm a firm believer in it's better to be lucky than good.
We're definitely lucky. Now, I don't know if I'm playing this far off. Because if they throw a quick screen out there right now.
Yeah, to the right side. Holloway takes a snap, and that's what he does. Javion Reynolds misses a tackle. There he goes. He's headed down the sideline. Flag down. Not sure what that's going to be.
Blocking the back.
That's not going to help. Tackled by Mod Walker and crew.
Walker with his 7th tackle of the day. 8th tackle, counting assist.
I think I might have said Javion Reynolds. It's Dejon Reynolds. I apologize.
Coach, we'll forgive you.
Thanks, man.
One mistake.
But if it was just one mistake, if that was all I had to worry about. Is that the block, the block in the back they called?
No, whatever they called over there was he barely touched him, but I don't know what the discussion is. If you called it, call it, and let's go.
Here come the geese again.
Well, if they're flying south for the winter, Georgia hasn't found it
Yeah,
yet.
you're a little late. Oh, jeez.
It's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and 20.
So they called the block in the back right there.
They
then.
did.
That's weak sauce.
I am coming down here to this side where I got 2 on 2.
All this room?
Yes.
Here comes motion. Fakes the jet.
There
Rolls
he
that
is.
way. There's Watkins in the middle of the field. He
Watkins
breaks out to the right side. He's got some wheels on him.
20 yards they marked him out after 19 yards.
Weeks runs him out of bounds, but he wisely gets out of bounds, saving the clock. Heads up football move.
2nd and 1.
I hope they score because I want to see the 2-point play.
Yes. And they don't have a timeout, so they just got to call it. Who made that tackle, Coach?
Weeks ran him out. Linebacker out of Oconee County.
Yes, sir. I'm still coming over here. There's nobody covering the slot.
Here he comes. There's a snap. Quick throw to Watkins. Watkins trying to make the first man miss. Great tackle.
And the clock
Great tackle
runs.
right there by number 11, Derwin Burgess of Riverdale. That's a tremendous play right there because if he gets shaken down,
I think
Watkins might still be running.
I think Holloway looked out there and didn't see anybody on him, and then the guy ran on the field late. Man, they called that a 5-yard loss.
3 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock.
So it's 2nd and 15. Well, they just got the first down on 1st and 20, so.
They're saying it's 3rd down. There's a snap. Holloway on the give around the left side.
Look at this.
Great run. I want to
That is
say
a first down.
I want to say that's Demazio Harris on the carry. Run out of bounds by Byron Green II, linebacker out of McEachern at 6'2", 227.
Picked up about 7.
Tell you what, man, there's some healthy linebackers out here.
Mm-hmm. Who made that tackle, Coach?
Number 8, Byron Green
Jeez.
II. And again, had the presence of mind to get out of bounds.
3:26.
Empty. Holloway in the gun. There's a snap. Looking left. Lets
Picked
it fly. And
They sat on it.
that's your ball game. Pick by number 21, Alan Wright, safety from Woodward Academy at 5'11", 180. That's all she wrote, man.
Yep,
I tell you what, it was a great game, though.
it was.
Absolutely great game. You know, both teams played so well. Both offenses came alive late. Barring
Strange happenings.
yeah, I mean, if it's me, I'm running the ball 3 plays, burning as much time as I can, and then going to punt the ball to you if I don't get a first down.
Yep.
That's my plan. Austin Smith in the gun. Flankers formation. Motion from right to left. Give around the right side. Met immediately
Number 4.
by number 4, Christopher Paul Jr., linebacker out of Crisp County.
He's had a heck of a game, too.
No doubt.
Second down and 8 for team dedication.
But now they're just going to let the clock run.
Is that number 33 on the carry on that last one, Coach?
I believe so. I believe that was number 33, Malachi Thomas out of Hart County. Favors back in the game. Smith in the gun. There's a snap. give to Favors. He
Nice
breaks
cut.
up the middle and is running tough.
Favors gained 3.
Looked like Javon Bullard finally came in and helped make the play. He and number 10, Kanai Walker of Douglas County.
So 3rd down and 5 right here, Coach. Now, team commitment could get the ball back, but it's going to be under a minute when they do.
And Jones is going to kick it across the street again. I think I'd probably try to get him to kick it into the end zone.
I wouldn't let him return it.
Either kick it in the end zone or kick it out of bounds. Little
Hello.
yikes. Ball carried by Jalik Thomas. Met by, if I'm not mistaken, that was number 44, Devin Lee. He came in and popped him first. The big defensive tackle from Ola. That kid is a baller.
Yes, sir. So there's 34 seconds on the play clock. So, you know, you're looking at it getting the ball back with about 20 seconds left.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe like 40 seconds.
You're going to have the punt.
Yeah, you're right. So about 30 seconds.
So you're going to have to, you know, they're going to run this thing down and call timeout with 1 on the play clock, probably.
So, players of the game.
You know, I've kind of been looking at this, you know, from, you know, while we were in breaks and you were doing all the reading. You know, team dedication, you got guys like Ahmad Walker, Jalen Harris, Noah Jones, Justin Franklin. You know, team commitments. You know, you got Reynolds and Holloway who have had a big 4th quarters. You know.
Well, for team commitment, I think you still got to think about Spelos.
Yes.
I think he had a tremendous game. Our guy, Jonathan Jefferson, who's applied pressure all day long.
Yep, Jefferson's had a whale of a game. So, I mean, when you're looking at this, Noah Jones has 4 field goals.
Yeah.
And, you know, right now those 4 field goals are the difference of the game. But also, Ahmad Walker's interception return for a touchdown.
There's the difference in the game as well.
Yes. So, that, you know.
That's a tough one.
So, we're going to get a punt right here.
From Jones, who's going to absolutely crush it. Okay, what helmet is that right there on the return? Because I was thinking that was New Manchester.
New Manchester's silver.
Is that South Gwinnett? Is that 19 that he's wearing?
Might be.
But I'm with you. I'm having Jones angle this one out of bounds.
Well, he didn't.
No, and it's a low. And scooped up, lost.
And that's the game.
And recovered. And that's all she wrote.
Yep.
The attempt to honey badger it did not work out, and that ball was recovered by number 14, Jaden Miller, cornerback out of Glenn Academy. Huge play, seals the game. So, player of the game. Team commitment.
I'm thinking Jefferson on defense and Reynolds on offense.
I agree with that.
I mean.
And then players of the game for team dedication.
You know, I like Walker.
Walker on D?
Yeah.
And then you say Jones on offense just because he had such a huge day?
Yeah, I think so, Coach.
Well, there you have it. Our players of the game for team dedication on defense, Ahmad Walker. On offense, Noah Jones, the kicker. And then for team commitment on offense, Dejon Reynolds, the wide receiver, and on defense, Jonathan Jefferson at defensive end.
Douglas County High School.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you tuning in for this Chick-fil-A Foundation Georgia Junior Bowl presented by the Rising Seniors Foundation, this 10th annual game. This is Adam Collins and Craig Chapman from Score 58 Network. We enjoyed having you, and we will be seeing you soon.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir, indeed.